morning, everyone. It is Thursday night, and welcome to another edition of the NLG Show. Hope everybody is having a great week and gearing up for that sweet, sweet weekend. Oh, sweet, sweet weekend.
Yeah, wasn't ready for weekend.
No kidding. How is everybody in that chat room? I'm telling you, man. Look at this chat room. They had filled up already. Some great people in there.
Beautiful.
I know. We love them. Love them so much. George Games and Lance Jennings were hanging out like 15 minutes ahead of time. So, and then Stinking Corpse, LePanier, De Niro was in before the show started, and then Back from the Dead, my brother Rich from Bacon Ice Cream Productions, Chris the Atari Creepers in the house, Pete, J Prime. This is what I'm talking about. So hope everybody is having a great week, and like I said, ready for the weekend. I know I am. I'm going away this weekend, taking the family to Great Wolf Lodge.
Nice.
So, the one up in Pennsylvania.
Stay safe. Yeah, I've never been there. Let me know how it is.
I will. I'm hoping it's not laid out exactly the same as the one in Williamsburg.
I don't know.
But we are going to the Poconos, so you know. Oh, hey, Pong Soul. He said, I'm driving, but we'll be lurking. Wanted to check in. This is what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. This is what
Two hands on the wheel, though. Two hands on the wheel.
2 hands on the wheel. Big Daddy Game Studio. What's up, brother? George said, sup, HTK?
Smart.
Stinking Corpse.
No. No. So how you guys doing? What's going on? What's going on in the land of Fastback?
Long week. I haven't had a day off in about 2 weeks, so.
Really?
Yeah.
How does that happen?
I don't know. It's called work.
Well, yeah.
Responsibility. So, got to afford this gaming, so.
Yes.
But now I will be going on vacation soon, November 18th to Thanksgiving. So.
Oh, good.
Going out of town to Florida. Visit my brother who's getting married, so.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, it's nice. You know, could be. You know.
Well,
no, but until then, hopefully get a little bit of game in. Of course, the next gen will be here soon.
Ooh, very soon. Week and a half, right? Kind of. Close.
2 weeks. But yeah, like a little under 2 weeks.
Yeah.
A little under 2 weeks.
Hey man, people just keep
What
up
is it?
with
Is it like Tuesday? The 10th?
The 10th?
Yeah, 10th,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
Or is
Tuesday.
it the 10th? Right.
Yeah.
So,
PlayStation is the 13th, I believe. So 3 days later.
So it's 3 days later. That's funny, because we'll let you guys know now. Well, you guys already know, but next week we're actually going to be joined by the awesome guys over from the Bitcast from Season Gaming, our brothers Ainsley and Dan, who put on a great show themselves.
Bugsnax Dan.
Bugsnax Dan. Well, he's gonna like the news I've got today. So, and look at this. Grudge Q is in the house. Hold on, I gotta go back and see who.
Yeah, you got the Macaval.
Mac. It's been a
Scott
while
P.
to see Mac.
Yeah.
Scott P. Welcome. Born
Grudge
popped
Q.
in. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Dragonheart Yobi, our friend who just joined us.
Oh
last
yeah.
week.
Who, dude? I gotta
nice.
say thank you to him. He actually is sending me a copy of Raw is War 2 for the Xbox, and he wouldn't even take shipping for it. So I'm gonna stream it once I get it. I know it's an older game. But you know what? I'm gonna stream that for him as a thank you for sending that over. I really appreciated that. So, let's see. I got some breaking news.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
What's broken? What's broken?
It just broke.
Yeah. Like I just got the email from EA, which tells you Hang on, I just grabbed a picture for it. I don't know if this for those of you who's playing Star Wars Squadrons. Anybody?
Wants to.
I played the demo.
I played the demo too.
Or the trial, I should say. The trial.
Going to the
It's
vault
actually
already?
Full game.
It's not going to the vault yet. It's just in the EA trial. So if you are playing, you are eligible to get the Mandalorian supply drop in honor of the Mandalorian coming back tomorrow night to Disney Plus. So you can get some hanging flare, which I'm assuming you can hang from your X-Wing or TIE fighter.
Yeah.
Yep. A Baby Yoda. I cannot remember who the name of the robot in the middle. Can't remember his name. You have to forgive me. And then some holograms of looks like Greedo and my eyesight is just going on me here.
Well, that's one of the land animals that in the first season he had to ride.
Oh right, I have the I have spoken guy, babysitter droid. There you go.
Yeah.
So there you go. He's got some Mandalorian supply drops happening. So you can until the update on the 28th. So it's already out. Safe.
Is it timed or is it just anybody who?
It's anybody.
has it?
There's
Oh,
no.
okay.
Yeah, no. This is EA. EA doesn't do that.
Crazy. It's not CATs where you have to watch this freaking stream in order to get some cosmetics.
No.
Bunch of on Twitch, even when they had Mixer. What the?
You're right.
I still don't understand that. So CATs
Come on,
killed
sirs.
Mixer. That's
Support your streamers.
now that Mixer's gone. It's all mudbud.
Oh, look at my wife just got me this shirt.
Ooh,
Never forget.
never forget.
Ah, yeah,
floppy disks.
Never forget.
Ah,
Said,
very nice.
what's that? A VHS.
So,
Nice. Or is it a Betamax?
We can't. Well,
Doesn't
I
really
can't
matter.
Remember everything.
Same idea.
You get our age, you can't remember everything. I can only remember 3 things right now.
so
Exactly.
somebody said that that the guy who plays
Oh yeah, that's what's his name?
Krill
The actor.
is Nick Nolte.
Yeah, Nick Nolte.
So,
I mean, it looks like Nick Nolte.
he kind of does a little.
Yeah, they made him
Well,
look like a little like Nick. Yeah.
So that's Nick Nolte playing him, and the droid is IG-11. So, oh man, so there's that. What have you had a chance to play anything this week, Chris?
Let's see.
Didn't you stream something?
Was that this week?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
No, I didn't get a chance. No, I did not stream
Was
last
it a
weekend
test?
like
No?
I wanted to. No, I actually jumped on my phone and I
Oh
played
yeah,
some,
maybe that's what I saw.
Slay the Spire. I played that touchscreen on my phone. I got into it. That was good. I was while I was just sitting down with the wife watching TV and went to bed. And I played a little bit at work to test it out there. No problems.
Nice.
Nice. All right.
So I'll be doing more of that. There's some games that, I'm not going to play every game on mobile, but, games like that, stuff that's, it's kind of cool. It's relaxing, chill.
Yeah.
I think, it works.
Yeah, but you know what though, and I think this was awesome. I'm gonna load up the Game Pass app real quick. There are we talked about it last week. There are a number of new games that are using the touch controls, and I will tell you from experience of playing them that Super Lucky's Tale, new Super Lucky's Tale, works extremely well. Very, very responsive. The buttons are laid out really well. Very happy with that. Hot Shot Racing, not so much.
Really?
Yeah, that
Well,
was
that's,
tough. So,
What's up, Anthem?
hey, Anthem,
Appreciate
brother
you jumping
Anthem. These guys,
Bacon Ice Cream Productions. I love that name.
I know he's got to hit his stuff. Rich's stuff is so cool. He's very laid back, and that's what I love about it. Just very not, kind of, it's just very. I don't want to say nonchalant. That's the wrong it's the wrong word for it, but just very puts you at ease while you're watching his videos. And I mean, I love watching his stuff. The good
He's got
times with
bacon ice
retro.
cream.
Yeah, the good times
I
with
mean-
retro rich videos are just so nice. So, but anyway, actually, well, Peter can't play because he's on an iPhone. Otherwise, I'd ask him to try out Hot Shot Racing.
Yeah.
Boo.
Hot
So-
Shot Racing is great. Well, I'll try it out and see how.
All right, let me know because it was the steering was really sensitive. It was very tough to play that one. So, but I'd like to. I'm now curious because again, the games that are on there are Dead Cells, Guacamelee 2, which unfortunately I beat already, Hellblade, Killer Instinct. I'm gonna try Killer Instinct because I am just not 100% sure about that. Slay the Spire, which you said you played. Now, how was that when you played it?
I enjoyed it. It's, your turn-based card game. It's interesting. It's easy to pick up, and you kind of have to think. You kind of have to play a little bit of defense and offense. You pick up items to help you along the way and upgrade your cards, and comes across it's kind of cool because you come across certain situations where it's kind of like you have to make a choice. So sometimes you have to sacrifice like maybe hit power or maybe a card or something, to upgrade this or that. So it's cool. And the main bosses, you get to them, they have a lot of points. You're like, shit, I'm not sure if I could do it. But if you make the right choices and play, like I said, you kind of balance, do a little bit of defense, and you can. Man, it's pretty cool. I beat a big boss, and I was like, man, I didn't think I was going to do it. So,
Nice.
so it's
Very
a lot. It's a lot there. A lot of maps, and I recommend it if you like some of that turn-based stuff, card games.
Okay. And I'm assuming that the touch controls aren't really. I mean, they're but they're not necessarily. That's not necessarily a game that highly relies on it.
No.
So. Okay.
What's up,
Hey, Niall's
Annihilator?
in the chat.
Yeah. I know. It's like long time no see.
So, man, Niall, you know what? I'm gonna try to get Niall on after the PS5 launch because I have to say, he's honest enough to have he talks to me, sends me DMs, and he's been really concerned about the PS5, and he's kind of pushing his way towards Xbox a little bit. So, Cyrus didn't get a PS5 already. He got the accessories. I don't think Cyrus was getting a PS5. Nobody outside of Eurogamer and some other. The media is getting Xboxes and PS.
Yeah, I saw. I guess I saw some influencers, got the
Well,
box,
Yes.
and so I guess they were allowed to unbox it. I guess yesterday.
And
So,
they are definitely under some serious NDA. So I know that our friends like Rand and such, they got he got one, but I don't know that he was able to.
Yeah, they're still under NDA too.
Yeah, I don't think he's been able to talk about it as much.
Yeah.
So.
It's kind of silly, but.
Well, I don't know, and I don't know what the end. I don't think they're gonna make people wait until. I don't think they're gonna make people wait until the 10th to talk about it. It's probably just closer. Closer to.
But each day they can say more, and it's like, it's like a Band-Aid that you try to rip off over multiple days. It's like, come on,
Well,
yeah, like
hey,
more
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Born Distracted brought about the packaging on the PS5, and
Yeah. Did you
what
see
I
the?
saw, yeah, it
Did you
didn't
see the
look.
video? I forgot the gentleman's name. He also has a channel. Something he doesn't have any hands, and so he makes videos and stuff, and they also send him an Xbox, and he was able to unbox it without any hands. That's how well the packaging was engineered. It's pretty
That's
impressive.
yeah. So and so we've got folks getting both the Xbox and the PlayStation. I do have to say this, um, the focus, the focus is so different between the two, and even how they're getting covered. So, you know, Microsoft. So I forgot who it was at Xbox today. Tweeted out that they tested every Xbox One game. So everything that was playable on the Xbox One, all the way back and backward compat and all that is all compatible with the Xbox Series X, except for, of course, Kinect.
The 100% Connect games, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess if you can play them without Connect, then there are a couple of them.
I'm trying to think
I
of
think
which
they might
ones
be
those are.
Connect centric, but you could play them without. I think those might still be playable. I forgot what games there were, but it's such a shame.
That is a shame.
That's loading.
I think it was the head engineer of the Series X. I had tweeted that out.
I'm still hoping that one day we can just put in any OG disc and I will just play as is.
Yeah.
I mean, they should be able to, right?
Well,
At this
you
point.
would.
Even the games, I don't think they're like really re-engineering a whole lot, are they? They're not recompiling the games and stuff.
I didn't think they
Might
were.
interject stuff and go that route.
See, I didn't think they were. I thought that they were. I thought that this was more along the lines of a.
Yeah.
You know, when they talk about having this stuff around a wrapper, like having an emulator that does that, and
Yeah.
I could see it with the Xbox 360 games. You put the game in and it detects the game and the UI and all that stuff, but
Yeah, and it
OG
boots up in a thing too,
right, it boots up in a right. So you would think that I don't know. You would think that it would. Now, Big Daddy Game Studio says compilers are different, but yes, and I do understand that. But for the OG Xbox games, I don't know what other compiler you would what different compiler you would need for a different game. Why would Armed and Dangerous run any different than Star Wars Jedi Starfighter? For example.
I need all the Outlaw games to be BC.
Yes.
Darn it. I just, when was it? 2 nights ago, I think it was. I was with Mike in a party chat and I was browsing eBay. It's like, and somehow I had the urge to, I wanted to play a tennis game. It's like, the older tennis games are so much better than what you get nowadays. And then I got to the, the whole Outlaw series and stuff. And it's like, I have the golf, but I never had the tennis one. I never had the volleyball one. So I ordered those on eBay. So they should be coming in a few days. They shipped both of them. So
see. Now, which ones did you get? You got tennis and
volleyball.
See, those are good choices right there.
Yeah, can't wait. And then I'll use my M Classic on my OG, and I'll be in heaven.
Yeah,
I still need to try it out.
It's killing me you haven't taken it out of the box yet.
I know.
It's. I mean, I was just playing.
I need another TV, but my wife doesn't let me buy a new TV.
Well,
that doesn't really have anything to do with it. But I'm trying to get any legitimate reason that I can replace a working 50-inch plasma TV.
I have to, and that's where I always have to give my wife credit. Hey, fun speculation. That's where I have to give my wife credit. And when she bought me that TV last year, I had not even asked for it. I was totally content to go into the the year without it, and she surprised me. So it was very cool.
You have a good wife that understands the entertainment value of games.
Yeah. I don't know about that, but she loves me. So,
As long as they support us.
and that's the key.
See, I should have just loaded up at Costco and got home. It's like, here.
Or she looks at
let
it.
let me swap the TV out.
Right.
Like,
Right.
What did
she
you get?
Where is that? No, that's the same TV.
Yeah. It looks so much clearer. See, I told you. Got them
Well, I think it's just.
Tell her there's
could
an
just
update.
Be your eyes. Could just
Where's
be
the
your
best
eyes.
place to get an M Classic? I bought mine on Amazon. They were on sale a few
eBay.
weeks ago.
Yeah, I got mine, or not eBay. I'm sorry, I got mine on Amazon too. I don't know why I said eBay. I got mine on Amazon as well.
You know.
99. Well, how much did you pay for yours?
79. But it was like, it was doing Prime Days. I remember.
Oh, nice. But even at
So-
99, it's
Yeah.
it's awesome for me. And in fact, the footage that I took. So every time we're doing these retro game treasure box videos with my kids who love these videos.
The last one was awesome.
They love it. You know, their energy. I gotta say, their energy is great. And Seth has it down after a month. He looks at the disc. He checks for a book, and then when we get an unopened one, he goes, "Ah, book is in there, and no scratches on the disc, and like and subscribe at the end." It was so cute.
Yeah.
And
awesome.
Nice.
but when I get a game for the Xbox, or if I get one for the Dreamcast, I'll take footage of it for the video, and all that footage is going to be through the M Classic. So
Yeah. Nice.
it always looks better than the OG. So, but so it's worth it. I can't wait for you to crack it open. I can't wait.
Well, it's open, but yeah.
Well, I can't wait for you to use it. So,
Yeah.
no.
I thought about doing it today, but then, pumpkins had to be carved.
Pumpkin. Oh, that's right, because it is
Yeah.
Halloween this weekend.
If there's one thing that I hate, carving pumpkins. This year, didn't I have to clean them out, thank goodness. But I still had to carve them. It's like, what a
used to
pain in the
like-
neck.
I used to like doing that, but this year because we're going away,
Mm.
we're not. Are you guys trick or treating?
Yes and no. Kind of. A little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of with another social distance friend. And we walk through the streets and look at the houses, and some people, they have like trick or treat, like kind of shoots and stuff for handing out stuff. So
Shoots. They drop it out the window.
They get that
Here.
from
yeah, they have like pipes and stuff. And big creatures.
They just, as you walk by, you hold open the bag and they throw it at you.
I wanted to get one of those, those things where they shoot T-shirts with.
Oh, yeah.
Those stadiums. Load them up and here you go, Laffy Taffy for you.
Boom. See what stands up.
What about you, Chris?
You want a full size candy bar? Damn. Oh, look at that. Super Cuckoo with a $5 super chat. He says, I got an M Classic for
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Got a
Okay.
special
With
class.
kids.
Sir, this is a family show, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Appreciate you,
Coop.
brother.
No.
Yeah, we're gonna do. You look on the neighborhood app. People are gathering information from who's gonna participate, and I think they're gonna try to have to where everybody, do it from a safe distance. You have maybe a table with the candy, and we're gonna individually bag our candy too, and then people can just go grab their candy, and they don't have to come knock at your door. So
Right.
keep
Yeah,
it safe.
I don't know. It's just I can't
And
wait for
go
this
hit a
to
couple
be over.
churches.
I can't wait for this to be over. There's just
I know.
so
Yeah.
so little interaction. We're taking the kids are taking their costumes to Great Wolf. They're doing something, but I don't know what yet. So we'll see. They're supposed to be trying to do something nice for the kids.
Yeah.
So
And they always do some cool stuff, like even during the holidays. And,
Hey.
Mike,
It's
your favorite buddy is back.
Garvey, what's up, man? Brother Garvey.
Here.
And welcome, Jason. How you doing, Jason M? So, all right. So let's start talking about some stuff, and we'll see where things land. It's kind of a hodgepodge night of like just stuff going on everywhere. So, Peter? Did your PlayStation app actually update?
yes, it did.
All right.
It
so
did
you
update,
have,
but I haven't had a chance to look at it except just now for a minute.
What's up, Jason M?
But apparently
Stubbs.
now you're.
Did it update by itself?
Oh, I forced it, but otherwise it would have updated.
See, all right. I'm gonna restart my phone.
Yeah,
'Cause-
some people said they're waiting on an update, but
Yeah, but I click update on mine, and Mike and Garvey need their own podcast anytime, brother. So. Oh, it's Jack. Jason. Oh, it's Jack.
Oh yeah. Oh hey.
the one night.
What's up, brother?
Hi.
And
How's the heck?
Dreadpool, of course, our
Red
brother.
Bull.
Hey.
All right, Anil is saying, did we hear about EA? No, I did not hear about EA.
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
got sued.
All right.
Yeah, in the Netherlands, they got fined for, I don't know, quite a few $1 million about the loot boxes. They're now,
Wow.
marked as, or basically it's considered gambling. So
Wow. So is that a
10 million. Yeah.
Oof.
Was it dollars or euros? Either way. And they gave EA, they gave them a chance to update their stuff and,
Well,
Gotcha.
that
it
could be a
has to do with
trend.
with the it's about the ultimate cards in FIFA. So they still have some monetary value, even though they say they're not, but kind of still do. And so, but so they gave EA a chance to fix it, but they decided not to. So I said, okay,
Gotcha.
we're gonna tell that
Might be
it's gonna
other-
cost you $10 million, and EA is gonna appeal that. So we'll keep an eye on it.
Alright.
They just sell a couple more
Hey,
transactions to pay for
how's
it.
the hopefully the recovery is
Stubbs.
going well.
Yeah, how's that knee, brother?
Got the nails out.
Oh,
All
the
right,
staples?
so that's good.
Yeah, the staples.
Yeah, that looked dang.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. A study of 10 video games with loot boxes by the Netherlands Gaming Authority concluded that 4 of them were in violation of the country's gambling laws and must be changed. 3 of them did. EA did not. So that's where that came from. So that's where they got hit with the fine. So 5 million against EA itself and 5 million against EA Swiss Sarl, however you pronounce that, a division of the company that processes payments in some countries. So the law stipulates that Game of Chance may not be offered without a license. So this is not without cause. Games of chance are high-risk products that can only be offered under strict conditions. Electronic Arts Inc. and Electronic Arts Swiss Swirl are not licensed to offer games of chance. So that's what this is about.
Wow. Well, every country has their laws, and if they have something similar written in their laws like that, they can do the same thing. Maybe it not be the last country that does it.
Maybe not, but but the question is, are these loot boxes in game or are they pay to buy? I mean, some loot boxes, and maybe those are the 6 loot
These
boxes.
are you have to buy a pack and chance.
Okay, so
Yeah,
That-
you have to use real world money to increase your chances. Then
Okay,
I
then-
can see it a problem. But if it's in-game currency only,
Yeah, I don't have
I
that.
don't-
That's
Right.
yeah, I don't understand why that's an issue.
I mean, can't really be addicted to that one in a sense of like, even if you are, it's not gonna cost you not to
Well-
get a meal or something.
Right. Well, and maybe that's the other six games that they didn't find were a problem because they only offered,
Right.
in-game credits or something like that you couldn't.
Or
didn't-
even if real money is involved, but you know what you're getting before you spend the money.
True. Or if the company has a license to sell gambling, which I guess
Yeah.
is what they said here. That's what they're alleging here is that EA doesn't have a license to
Right.
For games of chance.
But I don't think it's as simple like they pay their fee and now they have a license.
Right.
I
Big
don't
Daddy
think that's
says,
the case.
well, some games allow you to buy in-game cash for real cash. That's crazy. No.
Yeah.
GTA 5, shark cards.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Right.
Very true.
Oh, what about yeah? What
And
about
they have a
Fortnite with
casino in the
and
game.
stuff?
That is yeah. See, that's also
You know.
true.
Yeah.
So, All right. So, thank you, Niall. Thanks for that. Hey, Niall got to contribute tonight,
I know.
and didn't even have to be on the show. We got to get him on though. I think
Yes.
after the PlayStation launch, because I'm sure he's gonna get one. I can't imagine that he of all people is not going to get a PS5, at least digital. So, I'm curious. I'm going to be curious to his thoughts if you end up not keeping yours. So,
Yeah. That is the
Now-
question.
One thing on this issue with the in-game loot boxes and so on. I mean, if countries are going to start doing this, like with EA. I mean, what about all the other stuff out there, like baseball cards, like McDonald's? You don't even, maybe not so much McDonald's because they tell you what toy, somewhat you're gonna get. But there are other stuff out there where you have to buy it and then see what you get. Is that
Yeah, but it
considered,
was also something
gambling too?
about
I
that it
mean,
was a monetary value for the things that you
Yeah.
that you're
yeah,
getting
true.
outside. So it had to do something with that. I don't know. It got too complicated for.
yeah. And Jack says no purchase necessary, which is true. You don't have to buy something to get. And you know where I think that was more prevalent, even though we haven't seen this in a few years. Remember the Monopoly game that McDonald's used to do?
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah,
So-
which
was,
and that falls in that category, I guess.
Yeah. Well, so
Yeah,
does
but you
that-
could get your free tokens though. Just send a letter to.
Yes. So, contests and stuff like that, though, I don't know if that's covered as much. Because if you think about it, Taco Bell has been giving away consoles and stuff like that, which you have to.
But also,
Yeah,
like,
and-
you can get a free code a day, right?
Can you?
Something like
Oh,
yeah, I
didn't
believe
know.
so.
I could certainly eat a taco a day.
I don't.
Their sweet
I've had
tea
Taco
is-
Bell only once, and that was because I won a free chalupa during a coupon like this during a
Wait.
Blazers game.
I'm sorry, you've only had Taco Bell once, like in your life?
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
that was enough. Maybe I had it another time.
Wow.
It might have been a hard taco somewhere, and it was like, no.
I kept Taco Bell in business during college.
Yeah.
So, and Big Daddy, I know I've seen that documentary on McDonald's. I've always thought that was rigged. But whoever.
Oh yeah, remember there was like that was like an insider ring that cut the pieces.
Right. Because it used to be the rumor was that you had Park Place and Boardwalk, and they were on different sides of the country, so you could never.
Yeah.
Your chances of actually winning the $1 million is almost nil, unless you were flying out to California the next day to get your other piece. So, all right. So, You know
What kind
what?
of pizza? Coop? Izzy's?
Izzy's. Hey,
Yeah,
Infinite.
so that's a.
Infinite.
Hey, Infinite, what's going on, man?
All right, so let's start here
Pizza Hut.
because this is some interesting information. Chris Lee, who's one studio head of 343i, has decided to leave 343i. Now,
Well, not completely though.
right, and so
Well, he left. He resigned from that position.
right, so
On Halo Infinite.
on
right?
Halo
So,
Infinite.
yeah.
So he
Right.
he's staying with Microsoft, but he is very much going someplace else to I guess in the company for now. We don't know what or where. This was his. So he gave a statement, brief little statement about what he was doing. I've stepped back from Infinite, and I'm looking at future opportunities, Lee said. I believe in the team, and I'm confident it will deliver a great game now is a good time for me to step away. I'm thinking that now is
You
not
said
a
step
really
away
good
and
time.
not run away. So that's,
Right.
Well, probably a good time for him to step away.
Right. I'm thinking it's not, maybe it's not the greatest time for the studio head to step away from while the game is already under some serious scrutiny as it is.
Well, he was voluntold, as we say at work.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yes, please step away.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well, so part of this
You
too.
got an insider tip.
Yeah.
Step away. Step away.
Part of this too was Microsoft bringing in Joe Staten, right? 'Cause remember they brought him in a few weeks after the
reveal, the demo reveal.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden Joe's coming in to save the day, and then they brought in another guy. I can never get his last name right. Pierre Hincy.
Something like that.
And he's working on the multiplayer side of the game. But does this? I want to make sure that we don't. I'm not falling necessarily for the this being necessarily a doom and gloom scenario, but going through the pieces here, the game came out, it got serious backlash, the Craig memes everywhere, and don't get me wrong, Microsoft took it in stride, they took it on the chin, they recognized what had happened. They embraced the Craig memes, but then they delayed the.
Like they embraced the refrigerator.
The refrigerator
Yes, I've got a video of that, which I'll show
I think
later.
we're getting a Craig in the game.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Hopefully an achievement too. Kill
Yeah.
Greg or something.
Or Craig wants to help you out.
So,
Not a really bad guy.
One eye, you got a 6 a.m. appointment at Best Buy for the Exxon launch. Woo!
Right.
There you go.
now I'm just crossing
I
my
had to
fingers about
wait
his
for
other
my-
one.
From a UPS guy.
Jack? Did you get both of them? Did you get both of them at Best Buy, or is one coming from somewhere else? So let me know, because So anyway, the game then got delayed till 2021. Sometime in 2021. There still hasn't been any talk of that. And now this. I mean, Amazon on the other. Okay. Where does this put the game? I mean, seriously. Take a step
I
back.
don't know. Well, yeah.
You
But I
know,
mean, you had some new bigwigs coming in that probably, when stuff like that happens, it will be a little shuffle on the
What's up,
top.
Monkey Punch?
I can definitely see that happening. It's like, okay, you know.
Well, and that's the fear. So my fear is that this could. So, all right, let me bring it like this, maybe, because this is an interest. I think this question may dictate how this, how the game goes. How far into Joe Staten's life back at 343, how much has he taken the game over before Chris Lee stepped away? That's what we don't know.
Right.
It's
It could be they couldn't get along together. It's like,
Right.
okay, I'm just leaving. It's sorry, It's sometimes if there's not good chemistry or no chemistry or good or bad, then
yeah. Well, and maybe
it doesn't mean anything.
no, it doesn't.
Well,
But
he's worked. Says here he's worked on Reach. He's worked on Halo 4 and 5.
Oh, he's been
I
there
don't know
since
if he was
2008.
head. I don't know if he was the head, like in like the head.
Or maybe, or maybe there was
those
another
games,
opportunity that that you said, hey, I want to do that.
Or, hey, this kid, I'm not going down with the ship. I mean,
Oh, well, it says right here he's the second project lead to lead the team.
that's the problem.
In the last 2 years. So the first
Right.
one was creative director Tim Longo.
Right. He left he left what? Last August, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they were not creative enough.
So Joe Staten they wrote him in as to do, I guess, take over as a project lead. He was overseeing the single player campaign.
Right.
Well, now they brought him in for that. Yeah.
Mary Olson left in 2009. She was the executive producer.
Yeah.
And at the time, because I just pulled up this quote, at the time Microsoft said the overall creative vision and production of the game remains led by Chris Lee. Well, now Chris Lee is gone. So what? So did Staten? Was Staten taking over some of that creative vision and production, or is it now? Well, here you go, Joe. Fix it. And that's my fear.
Oh, maybe there was so much overlap. It's like, hey, now we're going to cut your salary. And he said, see ya.
Right. So I'm gonna go work on the HoloLens.
You've heard things here and there that because it's going to be a big game, big open world game, and that it was one of those games. Of course, they did away with the numbers, so it's pretty much a long-term game like Destiny, where it's going to be a constant, DLC coming in, and maybe I heard that it wasn't like they had some content there, but it wasn't a lot, and I guess they were worried that they need more there. And then of course some people would say, oh, they don't think multiplayer is ready either, but somebody came back and said, no, multiplayer will be ready, originally when it was going to launch, but it sounded like there was more there to do, like they wanted more content, maybe some of the polish, I mean, what I saw at the demo, I enjoyed what I saw. Of course it needed some work, but I took it as what, it was a beta demo gameplay. It wasn't a final, and I felt like, they still had some time to do, that it would be a more finished product at launch if it was launching with the Series X, but obviously that's not going to happen. And, they said that there was more content they wanted to put in whenever it comes out. So I guess they weren't confident in Lee's project lead, maybe before he wasn't, on past Halo games, he didn't have a role like that as much. And I guess it was too much for him.
But also, like, how many companies have you worked for when somebody leaves? There are some other ones that leave. I've done the same thing,
Yeah.
If some colleagues that I work very close with, and they left, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do something else too. I mean,
Dragon.
that's just
Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead, finish your.
no, I mean that's what happens too. So
Oh,
Yeah, so
Dragonheart.
there could be. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I've seen that around too. Maybe it's time to delay the game until it's done.
Look at Cyberpunk. Of course, I don't.
well,
think
that's why they didn't say like
Project
summer or
League, but
spring of 21. It's like
they just
Right.
haven't said anything. When?
No,
Well, then
they
they
just
say
said-
21.
Yeah.
they did say 2021.
Yeah.
But we
So-
don't know how far they were. If it was going to launch with the Series X, maybe it was a complete game, but not. Maybe after everybody looked at it, they're like, "Yeah, this ain't. We need more." You can't get it completely done by launch. Then
Right.
Look,
Pause it.
Yeah, I mean, look.
Well, and
I'm-
also like if you have to delay it, and say the original plan was to bring out new content, every 2 weeks or something, I mean, and now they have to delay it. You cannot kind of do the same thing when it's like, barely enough, and then release new content every 2 weeks. So maybe they have to add more, meat and potatoes at the beginning.
Yeah, maybe the
Who
campaign
knows? I
really
mean, there's so
wasn't
many,
that long.
there's so many unknowns.
Well, I think the
And we
problem
don't know if
is
it's good or bad.
no. Well, see, that's just it though. The vertical slice that we saw, yes, it looked like Halo. Yes, it had, it had that Halo feel to it. But and I get this. I totally get this. The people that said, if you're touting the world's strongest console with you're the one, Microsoft pushing my my console's got 12 teraflops. That's not just the console warriors out on Twitter. It's you as a company saying this. And we're the console that's got RDNA 2 integration, and we're the console with hardware ray tracing, and we're the console with that. And in August, you're showing that. That did not look like a complete game to me. That looked like a game that was way far off the mark. No matter how good we thought the gameplay looked, and I'm totally on board with what I saw from the gameplay. But you
But also,
can't.
if the game was designed for the One, for Xbox One, and then in the last little bit, it's like
It's almost
the
like that's the
Series
version.
X, then it's like maybe who knows?
Right,
At that
it's
point,
al-
it was not downscaling it. It's at that point we're upscaling it, and
Well, that's the problem.
could do
They
it like
never
that,
said it
but
was
yeah,
a
if you
next gen game, though. They said this is a cross gen game.
right, I
So,
know. But
now,
I mean,
maybe they
everybody
should've
expects
stated
for their
this
big
is being
game to
played
be
on Xbox One.
That's what I thought they released. That's what I thought the vertical was on, though. But that's the problem. The problem is that you have this is your flagship game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is not, with all due respect, this is not Sea of Thieves. This is not Battletoads. This is not Conquer or and to an extent it's look, Gears 5 with
Yes.
the X enhancements, Series X enhancements, looks better than what they showed of Halo Infinite. That's a problem. That's a major
Well,
problem.
That's why they
were
put it
given
back in the
time
oven
to
for
do that.
another year.
Oh.
Yeah,
But
but
that-
I don't think that's a fair comparison because they've given them time to do that for that.
Well, they're
to say, hey,
they're giving Infinite time
Well,
to
now,
do that.
they
And now
they are. But
So
I mean,
now, yeah.
when did that demo get shown? Was it August?
August,
Okay, so
3
I
months
mean,
before the
you still
console launch.
you still got to consider COVID-19. I mean, these people have been working at home.
Don't.
Sometimes when you ask these people, hey, I need you to put something together so we can show at the show. And
How
whoever
old
put
was
it
that
together,
bill?
maybe they
We
thought,
don't know.
hey, we got a demo. Let's just go with that.
Yeah,
And nobody thought.
I mean,
and
and also,
maybe
like,
this is why he's gone.
I mean, look what's happening. Like in the last last few months, like even with Valhalla, where it's, it went from, maybe 4K 30 to now 4K 60.
Right. I mean,
and graphics are looking better and stuff.
when you have
So-
smaller studios like the folks making the Medium that are doing things that are very much next gen, you expect 343i with the power of Microsoft to come through.
But that's why Medium is only on the series and not on the one.
Yeah,
Well, that's
it's been
a good
developed
point.
Yeah.
That is a good point. But in graphical
Hey, here's another
capability,
thing. They also have used their own engine versus Unreal. Which,
That's
who knows?
also
Maybe it has
true.
issues too, once you.
And that was the other thing is everybody talked about the new Slipspace engine.
Yeah.
This was this engine they've been working on for years. This was revolutionary. I remember when you saw the first Halo Infinite trailer, the CGI trailer, and you were like, hot damn, this is. I mean, to be,
Well, it was actually in engine, wasn't it? I don't think it was CGI.
I thought it was in it. Well, it might have. I guess it was a cutscene. It might have been in engine.
Yeah.
I'm not.
But still, I mean, that's what you expect.
Right.
Right.
And all of a sudden, I don't know, man. My guess is that we're farther away from this game being finished than I think we think. And maybe Chris Lee, maybe you're right, Chris, maybe he was voluntold because maybe he wasn't cutting it. Maybe we're here in October, and man, do we even know if the game's any farther along? That's something else that we have no idea about. Does the game
maybe he signed off, on his team, like, okay, this is good. And then when I forgot his name that just came in, he said, like, is that really the best you can do? No, we can do better. Then why is it not in there?
Right.
You don't know. And at that point,
maybe pop a film.
This stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, this stuff happens all the time. Like at my work, the last 2 years, we've gone through management changes. It is what it is. When the the management looks at the numbers, they're like, yeah, this ain't working for us. So we're going to go with someone else. I mean, it happens all the time. We don't know. I'm sure the game was not looking ready for launch. And I'm sure Phil and them were disappointed. Like, well, Lee, you kind of said you would be ready. You've been working on this for 8 years. Well, he wasn't. So it's not really all his fault because he took over a year from the previous guy.
right.
So this, you can't really put this on Lee. And maybe it's just too much for him to really, like, yeah, there's a lot going on here. Bring in someone else.
Or I can't.
I mean, if he got promoted into that, up promoted to that position, that might not be really what he wanted to do at that point.
That could be too. And maybe this is too big of a thing for him. Maybe it's too big of a project. So Garvey said the same thing that Niall said, and it is true. They have been working on this game for 4 years, but I would think that so let's say even as we talk about the cross-gen aspect of it, the Series X version should at least have the better textures, the ray tracing, all the things that they're going to get cut graphically from the Xbox One X version, and whatever they're going to do for the Xbox One version is probably going to run in like 500p. So there should have been a better look to the game at that point. So I think we are farther off than.
We could be a year away. I mean, if it launches and the holidays.
Yeah, it might be holiday.
Big deal.
Yeah.
21.
So,
I mean, why not, right?
They're not the only studio that's been struggling. I mean, there's a lot of studios that have been struggling this year.
Yeah,
look if
Far
they
Cry
got it
6
delayed.
is delayed.
Yep, Far Cry 6 and Rainbow
today.
6 are now delayed.
And Rainbow Six delayed till after April or whatever it is. So everything, depends on where they were at, before
The Last
COVID
of
hit.
The Last of Us 2 got delayed, and they still put out a good game.
Yes.
And also you got to remember too, it's an all new engine. This is not this like, hey, we're gonna build on the same assets we had from Halo 5, and no, this is an all new engine, all new, story. It's not really following due from the last Halo 5, so there's a lot there that they had to do. And
But don't we get the Halo MMC or MCC, whatever? That's
The
a
Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, didn't they on the Series X? That's gonna play in like
yeah
60 frames per second, higher
120.
res and other stuff, or 120.
120.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I tell you,
So
and look, Master Chief Collection looks phenomenal on the 1X.
hmm
So
yeah.
But here's the thing: now that now that Infinite is not a launch title, then who really cares if it slips Space Engine slips to 2022? If it becomes a better game.
Well, and I
Plus-
think that it might come to that.
Yeah. Plus, honestly, I didn't think it was really good to launch both Halo Infinite and Cyberpunk around the same time,
Oh, yeah.
same year.
Cyberpunk delayed.
Yeah, but right. So I'm getting to that.
Even though it's
But-
it's Xbox's first party studio, it's their their main game. I never thought it would be a good idea to launch both of them.
But that's
Same
how
here.
you get. But that's how you get. That's how you get Game Pass. All right. Hey, buy
true.
Cyberpunk, but also sign up for Game Pass, and you can also have Halo Infinite. I mean,
True.
and you got one game that's a true single player game, and one game that's a really known for its multiplayer. So here's hoping that at the very least we start getting some updates to the game. Some updates for people. I think it was Dragonheart that said, keep it in the oven. Do some, at least give us some updates on what's going on with the game. Maybe show us some screenshots. Give us some concept screens. Some, hey, look, here's that same scene the way it's supposed to look. Or something like
Right.
that. Just give us some hope that that Infinite's going to be the game that is going to drive. That basically is going to rekindle that Halo love like 2 did. They need this to be a blockbuster. They need this to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
This needs to be, and I hate doing comparisons, but this needs to be their God of War type game. That game that just you need to own a Series X because you've got to have this game, and that's what Halo needs to be, and it has to be. There is no reason on the planet for you to. There's no excuse for you not to buy Halo, or buy an Xbox, or invest in Game Pass if you want to do it on PC.
If it's only been in development for 4 years, we might as well do it another 4, because God of War had 8 years of working on that game, and that was an all new engine and all new everything.
Yeah.
So you're
it's-
asking people to 4 years. Was it 4 years, or when did Halo 5 come out?
Halo 5
Normally,
came out.
Every 3 years, you got a Halo game.
See, when did Halo 5
just-
come out? Halo 5. Oh, I hate
It should have came out last year, I think.
No,
if it kept
Halo
with
5
that
came out in
tradition.
2015.
Yeah. So
So they likely started working on Halo Infinite in 2016.
yeah.
Hey, Invader, our Gamers Guild United brother from the awesome TXR podcast.
But
No.
again, it's not easy when you're doing. We want you to launch in a cross-gen year.
Yeah.
Got new. I mean, it's a lot. I know, like Mark Garvey said, we're making excuses. I don't work there, so I don't give a shit. So I can make all the excuses I want.
we play games. We don't.
Right.
Yeah. But you know what? I don't give a shit because until I see a more like they say, hey, we gone gold. This is final. This is what it looks like. And if it still looks like what they showed in the demo, okay, then I'll say we have a problem. But until then,
They can say Halo went gold. What game just went gold? And it'll require
Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten there yet.
So it's like, here's a day one patch, which is like a whole new game.
I don't give a shit until I start seeing people that I know playing the game. And then look at Watch Dogs Legion just came out, and it's already had Doug, problems with it, right?
Yeah.
And they didn't show it. They showed us stuff over time, and it looked good. And here we are. You gotta, issues.
I care because it's Halo. I care because it is.
No, I do care about it, but I'm not gonna fully judge what's going on, or I'm gonna say. I see people saying, "Oh, there's problems in 3." Everybody's got problems, but we don't know exactly what's going on. How far are they?
No, but I pretty much think that the timeline of events is not work in their favor.
Well, now that Microsoft bought the whole Bethesda clan, and Bethesda was always like, they didn't announce games till like closer to release. So
there you go.
Maybe that's now the majority of Xbox games do that now.
Hey, you know what?
So maybe everybody will follow suit.
I'm all for them. I'm all for them changing the engine over to Intech 5. If they can make that game look like Doom Eternal, I'm in. Oh my God! Can I just can I just for a quick second, folks? If you haven't played Doom Eternal yet, and you are a Doom fan of any type,
guilty.
But you have an excuse. You've been going back to Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Yeah. So I kind of give you that because that's a game in and of itself. It's a game. It's a game. No, I mean it's a big game. Yeah. Halo Infinite gives me that same feeling. Like it's my game of the year, and it came out last year, just like Doom, the original Doom. Just like the original Doom. I played it 2 years later. It was my game of the year. This is the game. You guys have got it down. If you have Game Pass, there's no excuse. Download it and enjoy. And if you have a One X, it's flippin' gorgeous. It is rock solid. It is smooth as silk. I'm playing on Ultra Violence, and trust me, when you get into these areas where it's a concentrated fight and there's 17 things going on the screen at once, that engine doesn't bow at all. And it's for a Doom game that's usually just, green and brown, it's got color out the yin. I mean, it's just a gorgeous game. I'm loving it. There are places where I'm getting my butt kicked. I can go like 2 hours and not get past, but I'm okay with it. So, sorry. That's my PSA for Doom Eternal.
Yeah.
So
you don't hear Mike rant.
Shut up, Creeper.
Plays that game. It's like
control, Creeper, please. Master Race. So,
but no, I mean, I get everybody. They are concerned. Everybody wants. We all want Halo. That's a franchise that we all loved when it first came out. Of course, I want to see. It definitely. Hopefully they looked at the issues that Destiny had. Anthem, Anthem was supposed to be this big. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of issues out there that they need to make sure that they don't make those same mistakes. So hopefully they're looking at all that, and plus, and they're going to bring enough content there, and enough content to support, throughout the year, and more, like they do Sea of Thieves. I'm sure there's going to be a team there that they're all they're going to do is, bring out content.
Yep.
So.
Speaking of Anthem, since I know you guys played Anthem, I'll talk. You know what? I've got that. We'll talk about that in a little bit. The Anthem update that's coming.
Yeah. So you brought up the Cyberpunk deal, right?
Yes, I did. So let's move on to that.
Come on, real quick.
Yeah.
It's like people, people focus and look for negative stuff. That's a what people currently nowadays do.
Well,
They want to see mistakes. They want to see, anything they can bitch about. I don't know.
True.
That's
No,
what it is nowadays. It's like
you're right about that.
they're looking to
I don't.
see if they can pick it apart instead of like, hey, I enjoy this, and then
Yeah, my point about all of this and being concerned about 343 is I don't want to do that. I want the game to be. I want that feeling that I had even with look. I enjoyed 4 and 5, and people complained out the yin about, especially about 5. I enjoyed both of those. I enjoyed Reach. I enjoyed ODST. There hasn't been a Halo game that I've played that I haven't sat back and gone, that sucked. I don't ever want to play Halo again. I've had that with franchises. It took me a long time to get back to Assassin's Creed because of Part 3.
Part 3 was bad.
It was
then
horrible.
came Black Flag, and I was like, oh, so good.
It was horrible.
Black Flag was great.
And Origins kind of redeemed it a bit for me, and I haven't played Odyssey yet, but those I've been through those series that have destroyed me, but Halo has not been that. Same with Gears. I've enjoyed every Gears for what it is.
Oh yeah.
And so I have
People can't,
I don't want to tear apart Halo Infinite. I really don't.
Yeah.
That's why I want that game to be. I want that game to be the shining star in the sky for Microsoft. That's the one game that I want to see. That's the game that defined Microsoft. Think about it. Xbox wouldn't be Xbox today without Halo. I mean, that's just a fact. Halo is what put Xbox on the map.
It's their Mario,
Yeah, it's their Mario.
It is. I mean, it's
That's a good...
But I will say this: people keep going after 343, saying that, trying to they need to do this, they need to prove themselves, because Bungie this and Bungie that. I think 343 did a great job on 4 and 5. Yeah, we can all, story in 5, but overall it was a good game. The multiplayer was good on both.
Yeah.
The games were great. The mechanics, everything felt great. So if we sit here and say that, 343 need to prove themselves, they already proven themselves on both 4 and 5, and they worked on Halo before as that side team, right, in the past. So it's not like it's nothing new to them. But people have to understand. You look at like Anthem, as far as BioWare. People expect the games to be like how great they were on KOTOR, on Mass Effect, but people leave, people come and go. You're not going to have the same people that were there. Even Bungie doesn't have everybody there, the same people that worked on the 1, 2, and 3, and and Reach and ODST. They're not there anymore. So people that sit there and say, well, Bungie comes in and takes over Halo. Well, they're gonna bring it back. No, there's no guarantee. You don't have the same people there anymore running these. I'm sorry, just like BioWare, they try to bring back what's his name to save Anthem. He got there too late, and plus, he doesn't have the same team that he had when he original Mass Effect to capture that magic. So people expect way too much. But I agree with you that Xbox, they have all this money. This is their Mario, and they have to try to get it right. And I even though we don't have the same people there, I feel like okay, they delayed it. They're working on getting it right. So people just need to be patient, and let's wait until they show us a final look of it, before it goes gold, and then we can come back and say, well, now we see why they delayed it. I don't know.
No, and that's what I want. I want to be able to. I want to be able to look at this game and go, "Yeah, this is why it's holiday 2021," and just get immersed.
That's Dragonheart said Casey Hudson. So, thank you, chat. Got my back.
And by the way, it's people do also forget Frankie O'Connor and some of the Bungie staff is is at 343i. So it's not like 343i was just cobbled together from a bunch of people who had never touched Halo before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's the other piece of it.
Yeah.
And so I have nothing. I don't buy into. I don't necessarily buy into that either. Yes, and
No,
look,
I agree. Yeah. No, you're fine. Like you're just bringing up a topic that, a lot of people are concerned. Like Stubbs, he'll say something. I don't agree with him on Coalition, with Rod Ferguson and all that. But everybody has their opinion. I respect everybody's opinion. So.
Yeah, and we're gonna see what Gears looks like without Rod. We're
Yeah,
gonna see what Gears looks like under different leadership.
Yeah. People act like there's like, oh my God, what are they gonna do now? You always have somebody underneath that's been itching, like they have all these ideas, they're ready to go.
It's never a one man's
no,
team.
it's not. Yeah.
And if it is, that's not the mark of a good company.
Correct.
Yeah.
So,
And like I said, I've worked with many managers over the years. Some managers, they listen to you, the people who are actually doing the work, and you have process improvement throughout, right? And so you're constantly, you're bringing a good product because everybody's working together and they're always improving. And maybe the management on 343, like the guy before Lee, maybe he wasn't good. So here we are. We had to delay the game. So.
Well,
Yeah.
I like I said, I'm hoping for the best, and I'm hoping that
That's all you can do.
That's all you can do.
Wait and see.
I think they're farther off, and I will maintain that. And I think they're farther off than we want to think it is. But
Yeah.
if that means that it becomes the game we all want and hope it to be, then bring it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
it was
that's-
worth it. Yeah.
Exactly, and it's worth it. And I think the fan base will wait. I think the fan base will wait.
Of course they will. I mean, there's just too many other games coming out. Shit. Cyberpunk is my game of this holiday. That's my main game.
Well, there's so many games. I mean, we have Watch
So
Dogs
many.
and Valhalla.
I know.
That's, it's
Yeah.
like almost back to back. Because I mean,
Yeah.
I'll be playing those still on my Series X. So
Yeah.
not sure what to start first.
Well, so speaking of Cyberpunk, so here's one of the hits keep on coming on 2020.
Yeah.
2020 just keeps throwing its
so much-
feces at the
So
at
much
the fan.
yellow. Where's UK Desert? Man.
Stop. Thankfully he's working tonight. He'll catch us later. So
Yeah.
don't let the haters like Garvey bring you down. So where'd he go? Just
Left the
popped
scene.
up out of his chair.
He's always
He's
Cyberpunk.
left the scene. He's going to.
Yeah.
He's off the 343i to help him out.
Yeah.
So he knew this was coming. And he went to go get something to cry into.
Hey.
All right, so Cyberpunk is now being pushed back another near month. So the new release date is December 10th. So
Well, let's synchronize our watches.
So the question is, first question, is it really going to make December 10th?
I don't know. The game has gone gold, so
Right. That and $5
which is
doesn't
like,
get
what
you a
does
cup
that
of coffee
really
these
mean
days.
nowadays when a game goes gold? It's almost like it's the first official certification.
Right.
That's
Going
it.
gold is right. Going gold's the new beta.
It's the new beta release candidate.
Right. There you go. This is RC1.
RC1. It's just it's just a check in the box. That's
I
really
know.
what it is.
Niall's been all over this too. He DM'd me and said we're just gonna rename the game Cyberweight.
Cyberweight. You got punked. That's what we were.
Cyber
Right.
delay.
Right. This game never actually existed.
But here's the thing: why announce it when it comes? We should stop just giving games release dates.
That's
Yeah.
Just give it like, hey, it'll be on the shelf in 2 weeks. Order now. Hey,
Well, I think
done.
there's pre-orders to deal with and there's investors to deal with. I think that's some of it. You have investors that put money into the game that are expecting a release date of some sort.
Well, maybe Microsoft and Sony should buy them all up so we don't have those individual investors. It's just like, an annual Xbox gaming or PlayStation gaming. Now we're down.
Well, so the biggest challenge is shipping the game on current gen, next gen, and PC at the same time, which requires us
and Stadia.
and Stadia, right?
Damn it,
Stadia.
Stadia. I blame Stadia.
Requires us to prepare and test 9 versions of it. So they list Xbox One X, One and X.
You know what they say in Germany? 9.
Compatibility on Xbox Series S and X. Because remember, there's going to be some update to it, but I guess not at launch, I guess now. Compatibility on Series X and S, PS4 and Pro, compatibility on PS5. So they're counting that PC and Stadia while working from home. So to your point earlier, Chris. Let's see. But what's funny is, he says we're aware it might seem unrealistic when someone says that 21 days can make any difference in such a massive and complex game, but they really do. But the game went gold, so wouldn't that mean? I guess in the old days that used to mean we've tested it, but I guess that doesn't.
That means like it's getting pressed right now.
Right. Well, that's what it says.
Yeah.
So some of you might be wondering what those words mean in the light of us saying we achieved Gold Master some time ago. Passing certification or going gold means the game is ready, can be completed, and has all the content in it. Okay. So, but it doesn't mean we stop working on it and raising the quality bar. On the contrary, this is the time where many improvements are being made, which will then be distributed via day 0 patch. This is the time period we undercalculated. So there's gonna be like a 100 gig patch that comes with
it.
Yeah. No.
So what do they do with the physical media? Is that now getting produced or not even that?
That's a good question. Oh, yeah. I'm assuming that. I mean, they've got the Gold Master, so that's ready for press.
I guess. So, well, that was in the olden days. Is it still the case, or is this a baked in?
Well,
see,
this is the
it
time
could be that the whole game plus the patch is on one disc.
That would be that would. No, I think the patch is going to be download. I think because you have to remember too, they've got it, especially in COVID, they got to find a place to press them. They got to make the box. They got to make the, all that stuff and have it ready. So I'm assuming that they're going to stick it on the shelf, and then you're going to download the box. Niall says you're going to have a vaccine before the game.
Maybe they're going to put the vaccine in the game.
Oh. There you go. Maybe the vaccine is the game.
Yeah, that's right. It is.
Playing this game will fix all the ailments.
That's right. So, look, I have said this before. I will say it again. Delays do not bother me.
Bad games bother me, or games that are so broken that you don't want to touch them with a 10-foot pole.
That is absolutely true. And you know what? In this era of releasing games that are incomplete and have to be have to be not just patched for bugs but patched for content, it's refreshing that they want to finish everything they can before getting it out.
Yeah, finish it and then make sure, look at bugs and quality, and then but I mean, come on. I mean, there's all these games. Even if they do that, every game is you're always gonna have some kind of issue. Once you get in the hands of millions of people, something's gonna come up. They're gonna have to do another patch. It's impossible to catch every bug and fix it before release.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well,
But it sounds like it'd be a more complete game at release at day one. So we'll see.
well, I don't know what more complete is. I mean, this is what they said. Means the game is ready, can be completed, and has all content in it. So, what are they improving upon?
Just a big database with assets. Have at it. There you go. Good luck.
Just call it early access and let the public
yeah.
pay to beta test it. Oh, like Ark. So, now this is not this isn't the only game that got delayed, and I was trying to find it earlier, but on the PlayStation side, Destruction All Stars got delayed.
Yes.
So, again, and here's what I find funny. The reasoning that they used for delaying Destruction All Stars is very different than the reason Cyberpunk is getting delayed. The reason that they are delaying Destruction All Stars is they want to put it into PS Now or PS Plus, so it's not coming out until February. I guess to make because
like
that's
they
where
couldn't do that in PS Plus November or December.
Well,
it's still in the launch window. It's good.
It's the launch.
What's
It
launch
could be
window?
Hey, look,
launch window.
It could be the launch window for many people who aren't going to get this thing at launch. So
There you go. Maybe that's why. Hey, is that only a PS5 game?
it is only a PS5 game that I'm aware of.
Yeah. That can be more a strategic reason, because otherwise you only have, a small set of gamers playing that game. So it just dies out, and then when more people get their PS5 and they know the game is dead, then nobody will pick up that game. So
is this
So
their
strategic.
bleeding edge type game?
What, Destruction All Stars?
Yeah.
I think this is more of
it's
their
a $70 version of it.
Wow.
Well, but now it's in a PS Plus for
For what? 2
months,
months,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or is it
Starting in February.
starting in February.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that so? Is that the new thing for beta testers? Is that, hey, we're gonna let you test this? This is free for 2 months. So is that a beta test for 2 months before they release it?
Oh, I don't know.
No, just funny.
Al
Is
says
that
they put it
gonna
on-
be a new thing?
On PS Plus because
Yeah.
nobody cares. Here's the thing: it's like if it's given away for free, then it won't track it all on NPDs, right? So you
Right.
never know if it's successful or not.
Right.
Well, yeah.
Well, but it takes another launch title away. That's the thing. It takes another launch title out of there.
And
Well,
maybe
like
PlayStation
not-
looked at Microsoft and was like, at Xbox, is like, well, you launch that. Okay, we can delete this.
Well, like now later said, like
Go ahead.
they're sticking it in the plus because nobody cares. So maybe they were looking at pre-orders and like, yeah, nobody's really pre-ordering this.
That
Yeah.
could
So
be
maybe
too.
we need to make it free so people can at least check it out, demo it first, and then
Yeah.
maybe it'll drum up excitement once they play it. But,
Mhm.
That could be too.
I mean, this is why my thing about everybody always makes a big deal. Oh, there's not enough, first-party content for launch, and I'm like, sometimes it's not always good to launch, a bunch of 5, 6, 10 games all at once, and it's like the smaller games like this are gonna get lost, and and people are gonna forget about it till years later. Like, hey man, this game was actually pretty good. I mean, so sometimes I think it's best to, hey, maybe launch your big games, 1 or 2, 3 at most, and then spread the other ones out. Let them come out a month later, and I think it's good that Medium is coming out in December. Kind of gets out of that
Yeah.
window. Assassin's Creed and Legion and
Yeah.
Cyberpunk. So, well, oh no, not Cyberpunk anymore. Oops.
Oops.
So,
Oops.
Now it's competing with
Yeah.
that. Oh.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
I-
Sunset Overdrive. That was a good game, but they released it in the wrong month.
Yeah, that's too bad.
So,
I
yeah,
was really pumped for
Oh.
that. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and again, so it is funny that is a. You're right. You guys are right. That is a. That's a game nobody's pining for. But and like I said, it just pulls a. It pulls a game off of the launch list, and it's just.
But what's the launch list for? Is it just for a dick measuring contest?
Well, to
Yeah,
an
me too,
extent,
George.
yes. I mean, I've always subscribed to the fact that well, remember too, Sony's the one that said we believe in generations. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
And then it's like they got back. Yeah.
well,
Well,
what
they-
look,
Yeah.
what happened was 100 million people have a PS4. Jim Ryan said it to Game Industry today or yesterday. They're going to be looking at Miles Morales and Horizon's new game. They're Bug Snacks. These games are going to be cross-gen for a while. Because of that. Hey Andy, how you doing, Andy? All right, I'm gonna
Andy?
try this. Pukasangre? If I butchered that, I am so sorry. So, but that's it. They're the ones who were and they still have Demon Souls, they still have Godfall, they
Yeah.
still have Astro. And by the way, I gotta
So
say
Astro
that,
is a built-in,
Or
right?
Astro's
It's built in.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I've
Looks
been
cute.
watching videos on the DualSense controller, and I'm not gonna lie, I am becoming sold on some of that stuff that they're talking about. Now, not the blowing into the controller thing, but some of the haptic feedback stuff that I've seen that controller can do.
Can be cool.
I'm getting sold on it. So
You know what I'm more excited about? That thing looks more comfortable to hold
yes, it does.
than the DS or whatever version is for.
The DS4.
Yeah.
So,
Hey,
if I
Stubbs
saw,
said that he would have came on the show. We got to get him on.
yeah, we do.
At some point.
Hey,
We will, Stubbs.
no. Garvey. I
Yeah, I think Miles Morales, Godfall, and the new remaster of what is it? No, Souls,
Demon Souls.
Demon Soul.
Even so, hey, it's a remake of
think
a remake, right?
That's
Isn't that
right.
a PS2 game.
Yes.
But those
That's
three
the game
look
that keeps
they're
on
gonna
giving if you give Sony some.
do very well, and all the other games are, sprinkled in. But those are going to be those three are going to do very well.
No, most
from what
definitely.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
You know,
I'm seeing the excitement. out
I
there.
think Spider-Man will do or Miles Morales will do the best
Oh,
out
yeah.
of those. Though.
of course.
I mean, that's like everybody loves Spider-Man or that universe. So
oh, I mean,
and I think that
but I'm
Demon
get-
Souls is it's some people love
there's
it and
a-
they will get it, but
Oh yeah, it's definitely like Ains from, Season Gaming.
yeah,
He loves Souls.
And Rick.
well,
a lot of Rick.
yeah. So I'm going to be enjoying Miles Morales on the PS4, but I'll tell you this: if I somehow get any kind of decent bonus from work, I might cop a PS5 digital early if I could get my hands on one. I mean, my current plan is still in place. Series X, if Jack comes through if his pre-order comes through. I know Jack's gonna come through. It's just I'm not trusting Amazon at the moment.
Yeah.
The Amico in April, and then the PS5 digital in holiday of 2021. But the things that the things that I'm seeing, plus, I keep looking at the PlayStation Now collection, and I'm like, that is a hell of a deal for PS5 owners.
Yeah.
And I could see, having some games that I hadn't played before, that just like Game Pass, and I'm not saying it's a gameplay, I'm not saying it's Game Pass light, but to be able to play Days Gone, to be able to play Ratchet and Clank, to be able to play some of these games on the PS5, that's not a bad deal, and it comes with your PS Plus membership. Wilby, Leisure Suit Larry,
Hey.
yes, dude. If I could get Leisure Suit
Put in
Larry,
get your lubbers now.
get your numbers now. If I could get that
fantastic.
4K 60.
120, come on.
All right.
Faster,
Well, I don't have a
faster.
120 TV. I don't have money. I don't have money like you guys do. I only have 60.
Huh?
I only have 60 FPS money. So
Wow.
I have to deal here
That's
with
good for now.
a 2K 165 monitor.
the land of the lounge lizards.
Mm.
I'm gonna have to go back and play that. It's only $3 on Steam.
Yeah, they have like deals too, like either through GOG or Green Man Gaming, I think. Where you get them all for like pennies. That's how I got my set. So good.
Oh, check out Visage tomorrow. Yeah. Are you streaming that, Wilmy? So you want to see somebody stream horror games? Wilmy's your man. He is the horror game champion. Gotta give it to him. See, now you got me thinking of a. Now you got me thinking of. Oh, there was actually a new game, new Larry game that came out, or it was supposed to come out.
Yeah.
Wet Dreams Dry Twice.
Yeah. It's like twice cooked pork and stuff, or chicken, beef, whatever.
Another game
that's
PS
Cybergunter.
Plus.
What's going on, man?
Cybergunter.
It's gonna be in PS Plus here in November.
Oh, Wet Dreams Don't Die. That's the name of it. Came out.
No, that's it. That's an old one.
No, it came out. No, it's just Wet Dreams Don't Die is developed by German studio Crazy Bunch, published by Assemble Entertainment for Windows, Mac, Switch, PS4, and then an Xbox One version was released in September. Oh, I see. It was released everywhere else in 2018, 2019. It just came out for the Xbox.
There we go.
So, sorry.
Yeah, to me, those games need to be played with a mouse. Besides clicking on the pixels.
Oh, man. Anyway, where the hell were we? For,
We just wrapped up Cyberpunk, I
We're
think.
talking
wrapped
about
up-
some of the.
Oh, we were talking
launch
about the
games.
PS5, yeah, and the launch.
Oh, yeah,
games and stuff like
PS5.
that. PS5
Yeah, I
launch
mean,
and
it's
stuff
like, yeah.
Now,
I'm really iffy if I should sell it or not.
that PS Plus collection, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it gives you an instant set of games. I mean, just like Game Pass. I mean, Game Pass gives you an instant set of games.
Yeah,
You know.
I find value in that. For me, like if I were to get a PS5,
And
there's
Bugsnax.
a lot of those games
Where,
that I have not played. So that collection is value for me.
yeah.
Now, how long is that going to be around for you to be able to try to finish all those games in there? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Ever.
I don't know.
I can see, like,
I mean,
what they should do is, like, if you get in day one, you keep them forever. And then, depending on, it's like a sliding window, so games will disappear for new owners or something. I don't know.
but I think it's weird too. It's like, why not put those in your PS Now, right? and say, hey, for those who get the PS5, you get PS Now for like 3-6 months. You got all these games here you can play that were, PS4 games, and I don't know. It just I find it kind of weird that they didn't combine that with PS Now to try to promote PS Now.
I think they will retool a PS Now to be more like Game Pass.
No,
Not today.
Jim Ryan said specifically.
Yeah, he has said so many things.
Not day and date.
He doesn't believe in generations either.
That's true. What is?
Even before COVID, we were working on that.
What does King David call him? Dancing Jim Ryan. So, and by the way, Wilmy, if you're still available, we're looking to have him on the 19th to get the Wilmy in. That's gonna be a hell of a show. We're gonna have to put the kids to bed early.
Oh shit! I'm gonna be out of town for that. Well,
are you? What?
Maybe. I'm gonna be in Florida that November 19th.
You're gonna have to call in on your phone.
To,
You're gonna have to be on your. I
just might do that.
Just put Skype on your phone. Can't miss that one.
Yeah.
And then I think if we do a Thanksgiving show, Dread's coming back. So whoever's not gonna be on Thanksgiving, and I will. What are we gonna do?
I'll be back for that.
Okay.
So I'll be back.
I should be here. I'm not going anywhere.
So
if I'm awake from all the turkey.
Yeah. All right.
It used to be like Black Friday in person shopping, but ever since like Toys R Us closed, it's like that's where we go. My daughter would just play in a store and having a good time and stuff while we were like buying stuff and she had no idea.
Well, now everything's online. So.
Yeah, exactly. The day off, the day after, before even,
I wanted to, real quick on Fun Speculation said that Fall Guys was in PS Plus, and and he said it helped the success, which I kind of agree with that. I think putting some of these games free on PS Plus for a certain amount of time helps these games grab that attention, and
Also look at Rocket
Fall Guys
League.
did very well.
Remember Rocket League? Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rocket League.
I think that's
so
kind of taking pro legs, and then it
and
becomes
Xbox
popular,
has
and
been
everybody
doing,
wants it then too, and it's word of mouth, like, hey, fun game, and
Xbox is doing free weekends. They have like 2 or 3 games free for a weekend. Hey, try it out.
Yeah.
So it does help.
So on the other end of this, so we've talked about the game delays and stuff, but how about some of the there's more and more games now coming out, or more and more companies that are showing off the updates to games that are the next gen updates. So let's go to. I've got a couple videos to show, and we'll talk. Look, we talk about games that have risen from the grave. And have become, kind of almost killer titles. Let's talk about No Man's Sky. So, No Man's Sky, they today talked about their next-gen update. And
I mean, isn't that a story? The whole,
Oh, my gosh,
No Man's Sky's thing from, a game that got bashed due to overpromising and all the stuff that they've added over the...
Yeah. Did I not?
Years already?
Did I download it? I did download it. Hold on. Open download directory. Let me see where I put it. Maybe I put it in the wrong spot.
Hey, Project Jeff, what's going on, man?
Hey, Jeff. All right,
you have to listen while playing a game. What you playing? Are you playing Watch Dogs?
Playing Watch Dogs? Man, if I didn't have to work tomorrow, I'd be playing that tonight.
All right, here's the...
I started it up. I saw the opening scene a little bit. I skipped it, and then first mission I walked around, and it's like, I'm going to wait. Can I wait for the Series X? I have it in all its glory.
So...
Yeah.
Here is the difference. It's 4K 60 on PS5 and Xbox Series X. And this might be where I move back towards the Xbox version because, I'm not yet convinced about using my PSVR on the PS5, and I'll tell you why when this video is over. But this looks, this looks pretty cool for Fuller Worlds save game transfer. So when you upgrade and you get your save games will come across 32-player multiplayer, 4K 60, base building, warp speed, load time. So the SSD, they're gonna rework this for the SSD. It sounds like crossplay. Crossplay.
Ooh.
Yeah. PS5 haptics, so it's going to take advantage of that DualSense controller.
Hey, what's happening to your mic, Mike?
I don't know what's happening to my mic.
It sounds like you're going.
Yeah. Check to see if you're still using the.
Maybe it was just
This is No Man's Sky stuff.
Maybe.
It's the game audio playing.
Yeah,
I have the audio. I have the game audio. Maybe the game audio was a little too loud. So that, I mean, No Man's Sky is one game that is getting an upgrade that we just found out about, and another one which I saw, and I don't know if it was coming. I don't know if it's today that I saw this or not, but Ark is getting at least a Series X upgrade for now. I'm assuming that it will probably get a PS5 upgrade. So here it is in 720 on Xbox One and 4K Series X.
720. That just sounds dirty now, doesn't it?
Look at the water effect.
Dude,
Let me go back. Hold on. Look at that water, and then watch what happens when they move across. Boom.
I put over 1,000 hours in what it looked like before, so I might jump in this afterwards.
See, I played it when it was in preview, and then it's like you kind of get burned out when a game finally releases, and then it's,
oh wow! Holy shit! Hold on.
Yeah.
Look at that again. Hold on. Let me get back to that. Look at the sunlight. Watch the sun. All right, now wait. Look at that.
Boom. Yeah.
That is crazy.
That is crazy. That's awesome.
I mean, this is what people,
I mean, here's the thing. It's like, this would almost be considered a launch title.
Right. So,
Games
4K,
that
4K 60, 4K resolution at 30 to 60. So it's kind of unlocked.
Yeah.
So 30 to 60. Increased draw distances higher than PC. Increased level stream distances higher than PC. Sky and atmospherics quality set to epic. Subsurface scattering quality set to epic. Infinite range, high precision screen space ambient occlusion. Maximum texture resolution, 16 times anthroposcopic filtering. Anisotropic. Fuck it. It's filtering.
Yeah.
Infinite range field shadows, terrain self-shadowing, dynamic shadow quality set to epic, ground clutter distance set to epic, high precision HDR, post-processing quality set to epic, tetherless non-dedicated hosting, tetherless split screen, 100 player dedicated server hosting, split screen multiplayer using epic graphic settings, and load times increased by 7-fold. What did you call me, Mike? Now, there is something that, and I put this in our Discord. Grab this image real quick, because what we're seeing here is Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
Yes.
What people are not discussing yet is Xbox Series S.
Well, it won't be 4K.
No, it won't.
It won't be 4K.
It'll be 2K.
Which is fine. My budget
it's
720p.
It's still going to be upscaled, to your 4K TV
Sure.
if you have that.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Here's the. Let me go back.
And then
to
once again, if you just look at games like that, they look pretty good. I mean, once you do side-by-side comparison, you probably see differences.
So that enhanced update is now available to get you ready for it. So there's a launch ready. But
What's that 30 through 60 FPS? It's like,
it means it's
like,
unlocked.
is that the variable? Oh.
It means it's that's exactly what it means, that it's unlocked.
Well, with variable refresh rate, you shouldn't have any screen tearing and stuff. So
No. But
it should be good.
you know, what the other thing too, now they don't mention ray tracing here, so yeah,
True.
but I want to bring up something else that I saw. This was something that I had seen. So Capcom talked about the enhancements to Devil May Cry, and they did that. When did that come out? That was on. When did they say that? Give me a second, because I have that tweet handy. They tweeted that out a couple of days ago. Yeah, on the 26th. And what they had to say about that was this. We're excited to bring Devil May Cry Special Edition to the Series SX with high frame rates up to 120 FPS, enhanced 3D audio, reduced loading times, the legendary Dark Knight difficulty, turbo mode, and playable virtual on both consoles. Fans playing Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition on Series X will also experience the game in 4K and with DirectX ray tracing. Both deliver amazing generation speed and performance. While scratching the surface, blah, 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 blah. Now, here's where it gets interesting. While ray tracing will be available as a downloadable title update on the Xbox Series X, Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition will not support ray tracing on Xbox Series S. Now, I don't pretend, so I'm gonna be looking to you guys in the chat room. I don't pretend at all to be an expert on ray tracing and to be an expert on, what the requirements for ray tracing are. But I didn't think it was resolution based, right?
No, but it probably still requires some
If you use
horsepower.
it takes up some work. Yeah.
So maybe at that point, maybe then they couldn't do the. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? We don't know how it's rendered either. It's possible that it's rendered still at 4K, but doesn't display that way, and therefore they couldn't do the the DirectX ray tracing.
Yeah.
Turn
Maybe
that
not
off.
right now. A lot. Here early at launch, S it's not going to get a lot of that ray tracing like the X, because it's probably not getting the focus like the X. But I'm sure over time they'll eventually get it to where.
But the
it'll be on
console
games.
itself supports it.
Yeah, it
Yes.
does. But it's still up to the developer to use that, to work it in there.
But I mean, even though it's like hardware based and other stuff, it's like it's still uses some of those teraflops for that, and maybe at that point you can't get, maybe at that point you don't have the right FPS that you would like.
Maybe.
In this game.
Maybe. Well,
who knows? I mean,
the CPU's the same, right? S and
right.
X. But the GPU's a little bit different.
The GPU is a little different. The GPU is
even the CPU is slightly different. I mean, doesn't they have slightly different clock speed?
They do have slightly different clock speed, but it's still I thought it was the same. I thought it was the same chip, just not at the same speed.
It's the same chip,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
basically, those are the chip reject.
Damn.
The B selection.
The B selection. These are the chips that weren't quite in the 99% percentile.
But still good enough.
Right.
The
we could run
$200
these
less chips.
So but it's but this also cements it's very interesting how my logic has gone with how I want to go into next gen. I can't in good conscience get an S, and it's not necessarily just because of the being all digital or being a 1440p, although my TV does not support 1440p, so it really has to do with on the
it still upscales to 4K then.
Does it?
Yeah, just as a
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
A hardware upscaler.
There you go.
Or video signal upscaler.
So that's not even my biggest issue. My biggest issue is that on the Xbox side, I've got way too many 360 and OG Xbox games on disc that I really need the drive, because I'm not going and rebuying games. I'm sorry.
No.
And I
whatever happened to their trade-in program? Bring your disc, you get a code.
Well, give it some time now that they're kind of working with GameStop right now.
Exactly.
Could be.
Think of that.
I mean, it's it's a viable option. And
it is.
GameStop has
and the thing is, like, they don't lose a license, right? It's like, here's the code, and the game goes in a shredder. Done. License. It's the same license. It's not like
sell it to collectors.
They interject a new license or anything. It's instead of plastic DRM, you get digital DRM.
Well, right, and in an OG and 360, the disc, you give the disc to somebody else, they can install it and get there. I mean, that doesn't you getting a code doesn't preclude somebody else from playing the disc version.
Yeah, no, you can do that.
Yeah.
And you have another person playing that game without paying for the license.
You give that disc back. You're giving that license back with the disc, and then somebody else buys it.
They sell the disc,
and then they sell it to somebody else like a used game, and because it's not. There's nothing.
Yeah, but
on
the thing is,
disc.
like, Microsoft still or whoever still doesn't get the money for it though.
No, they don't.
GameStop does, and that's probably why this program hasn't taken off yet. Or
now that they're working together and GameStop is using some of those software, Assure, and I think possibility here coming.
Yeah, and they make money off selling codes. So
after a while, they want to help GameStop, be successful and sell games, and it's just best for everybody all around. So
hopefully we get digital sales that's closely matched physical.
Because what's funny.
Or if you have the trading program, you don't have that issue either.
Yeah.
Right.
Like Watch Dogs Legion on Amazon, if you buy the physical version, it's $49, and digital, it's $59.
Yeah, that's so dumb. It should have been cheaper.
But I was thinking
digital.
Too, it's like, wait a minute, okay. So, now when it comes to that, it's up to the retailer how they want to do that, right? That's nothing to do with Xbox. Amazon chose to do that. So is it because they want to get the physical stuff off their shelves faster? Is that why they do it?
If they make I don't know.
Because they own the digital code, right? They own so many digital codes to sell. They could have done the same thing with the digital code, but
sure.
Or does it cost them more money to obtain that batch of codes versus the disc? So then the disc, they have to be shipped. They have to be stored. They have to be,
that costs money storing them.
It costs money. I mean, sure, your servers that distribute those codes and etc. cost some money too, but not the same.
Yeah.
Well, either
so
way,
a code that should have been $45 then.
Either way, because it's not ready yet, I still own these discs. Plus, I get the Retro Game Treasure every month, and every once in a while I get it. Now I still have an OG Xbox because not every one of those games is going to be backward compatible. But for the ones that are, I need the X. So that's the only way I'm going to be able to play it. Whereas with the PlayStation, because there's really there's no compatibility with the PS3, PS2, PS1, and I don't have a big library of physical PlayStation games anymore. I just don't. And all of my PS4 games are all digital, with the exception of the Uncharted collection, because that came with, and
but you have
Gran
that through
Turismo.
PSN, right? Or for free? What was it?
Did I get it through? I might have.
I don't know. If you didn't, I'm gonna.
So
Well,
if you
no,
did,
but
you
I
have to
have
that
the
PS Plus.
disc. I mean, I have the disc. It's not a big
Yeah,
deal.
if you can get the license, you always obtain the license, regardless
No,
if
no,
you're
no,
gonna
I
download,
know.
use it, or anything.
I thoroughly admit I have fallen down on the job on that. I have.
Let me see. How can I boot you off the show? You know, like,
But with the PS5, I can afford to get the digital version, because really all of my PS stuff is digital except for that, and the Gran Turismo Sport game that I don't play that came with PSVR. Everything else is digital. But with the Xbox,
No, that makes sense.
there's just a lot. So Garvey's ashamed of me.
Yeah.
Hey, some of us just remember my Dreamcast is on the wall, Garvey. So and mine work, by the way. Both of mine work, just so you know. But anyway,
for like us, the Series X makes sense for us, right? Especially what I'm pretty much all digital, but I still want the Series X, especially for could do more. But I plan to buy the Series S for my daughter, who she's in a dorm. She doesn't have a 4K TV, so for her, it's like the S would be good for her. So.
No,
it all depends on your situation. You know what I mean?
yeah.
No. Absolutely.
But still,
does.
I'd rather have them not have an S. Just, I like just plain skews.
Yeah.
Easy skews.
I don't know. I like that $2.99. I don't have to buy my daughter.
I like the price.
$4.99.
But
Yeah,
I don't like
yeah.
that.
They do like the price. Prices.
Well, I do. I was hoping they were going to have a digital and then of course the physical version of the X, and then maybe the digital of the X could have been $3.99.
Yeah, they should have done that.
Yeah, but it is what it is. So I think $2.99 is a good deal. A lot of people are going to buy into it. That's a good price.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe $4.99. I was still pushing it price-wise for the X.
Yeah.
So, what was I? So where? I can't remember if there was another one that I saw today that was upgrades. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of games that are getting upgrades. There's a lot of games that are getting ray tracing. I mean,
there are also a lot of games that are not getting an upgrade. And then
No,
it's
that's
like,
Gears
true.
5.
Gears 5 is
updated.
gonna look. It's gonna be sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to play that again.
I think
We
I
should
have
go
to.
through the campaign altogether. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
I would love to do
Yeah. I want to see the difference in that on the X, Series X.
see it. Yeah.
The thing is, it's gonna look good, but then you don't realize either how good it looks, because unless you put them like side by side, it's like, how vivid do you remember exactly? Like, hey, it's gonna look good, but
Yeah.
Right. And the question is, does ray tracing make that big of a difference on these games too? You know,
Kind of hard to tell until we play it.
right.
I think a lot of times
You
you will, I think you
Like,
do
I
have to
saw
see
the
the motion
Yeah.
and not just images.
Yeah.
Because the light plays and bounces off the object, so it's you do one little tiny little step and it bounces differently, so you really get to see that quite well. But I think there's also a thing like you have to play those games side by side to really see the difference.
Somewhat.
Well,
I mean, remember when when I went from Xbox One S to Xbox One X, and the first game I booted up was Sea of Thieves, I definitely saw the difference on that.
Well, and also
that's
like with the HDR and stuff, that's
Yeah,
definitely, you
the
definitely
HDR made a
see
big
that
difference.
was definitely a big thing. That's bigger than to go from to
well,
4K
yeah,
almost.
Yeah.
and to be fair, and I'll say this, I'm going to remain consistent on this. Ray tracing is not a selling point to me for either of these consoles. It's really not. We're talking about it because these are interesting things for people who are, but you guys know what what my next gen factor is the SSD. The faster load times, the
Yeah.
the idea that we might not have to that worlds could be constantly loading in with no issues, things like that. That to me is more, I think we're yes, that ARC video was pretty cool because you're going from 720 to 4K. But
Yeah.
how much, going back to Doom Eternal, how much better is Doom Eternal going to look on the Series X than it is on the One X? I don't think it's going to look that much better at all because it already looks so good that it's going to plateau. Take take Sea of Thieves for example. The one big thing that Sea of Thieves could do that would be great for an upgrade would be to push it to 60 frames per second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Now,
that's what they're gonna do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And faster load times.
And faster load times.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna record probably this weekend. I'll stream probably Saturday night. Stream some Watch Dogs Legion. All right. So I'm gonna be streaming on the One X, and then when I get the Series X, I'll play it on there and I'll record that, and we can do a side by side on that.
Yeah, that would be nice.
The it's gonna have ray tracing on the Series X.
Right. Good question. Are you gonna turn on permadeath or not?
I don't know. Maybe.
What
I mean,
I started up the game and so I went through that choice. When you set it to on during the game, you can turn it off later on.
Oh, okay.
But you cannot, if it's off, you can never turn it back on within your save game.
Yeah.
But I don't think there are any achievements tied to that, so that's just a personal, a personal choice.
I guess it's not too bad because you have the whole world to. Well, I lost this guy. I mean, he was cool. Well, now I need to go find another guy, right? So. It's gonna be interesting.
Now, fun speculation says he wants to see what Forza Horizon 4 optimizations are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 4K 60.
Yep.
That game was already a gorgeous game.
Yep.
So.
But I play
60 frames per second definitely is a must for me because the gravel makes me nauseous in 30 frames per second.
Yeah, I've tried to play it in quality mode, and I just put it back on performance.
Yeah. Same. So then soon we don't have to.
Yeah. So experience higher fidelity graphics.
But here's the thing. Quick question.
Yep.
Do you have to have the ones that are now optimized like that? Do you have to put them on the SSD, or can you still run them from your external hard drive and still have 4K 60 or not?
Ooh.
Well, granted, you don't have to pass the load times, obviously.
Right.
But do you get everything else?
That's a good question, because
probably have to, I'm afraid.
Well, hold on. Wait. Here we go. So, Tom Warren from The Verge did write something up on this. Microsoft told them you could still continue to use your existing USB 3.1 plus external hard drives on Series X, and you can run Xbox One, 360, and OG games directly from the external hard drive. Games optimized for the Series X and the Velocity architecture will need to be run from the internal SSD or the expandable storage drive. So to answer your question, you're going to have to put that game on the SSD. However, games that, the backward compatibility games that don't have enhancements, you'll be able to run from there.
Right.
And Larry Herb tweeted out a link to a 14 or 15 terabyte hard drive for like $200 that he said this would be perfect for cold storage.
Yeah.
So hey, Dreadpool.
So here's my
back on
my
the
thing.
road.
I guess the SSD takes priority if you have a game installed on both.
I don't think you can install it on both. I think what you have to do is copy them back and forth. Kind of like what you have to do now.
Do you have to copy it back? Yeah, I think you can do it on both still. I don't think you have to move it. I think you can do it.
I'll double check, but I think I've had to move back and forth. So what he's saying is that 15 terabytes you could store a bunch of games that you've downloaded, copy over what you want to play, and then copy it back when you're done.
That makes sense. I mean,
see, copy is the wrong word. I would say move.
Move. Yeah.
No, you're right. Move.
Copy is
No. You're absolutely right. I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
$200.
You guys already getting the external SSD?
No.
I want one, but it's like
I will too.
Transfer. There you go.
Transfer.
There you go. Thank you, Niall. Dred's getting back on the road. He's headed to his next site. So thank you,
I guess
brother.
a move is copy and delete.
Copy and delete, right? So,
shit! Fun speculations in Dallas. I'm in San Antonio. Fun speculation.
Oh,
so
there you go.
Maybe we'll run into each other one day.
Yeah. All right, PAX South, you heard?
Yeah. Come down to PAX South.
All right, here's what. So to give fun speculation what he was looking for. Higher fidelity graphics, faster performance, and Forza Horizon 4, similar to high-end gaming PC Ultra settings. Explored beautiful historic Britain and drive hundreds of the world's greatest cars in native 4K Ultra HD. Now at 60 frames per second. Take advantage of clearer visuals with increased shadow, reflection, and particle effects quality. Get behind the wheel faster than ever with quick resume and dramatically improved load times. And that's good because the load times in Forza Horizon have always sucked. Just saying. The Series X update is a free download to all Forza Horizon 4 owners and Game Pass subscribers. Now, what they also said was they have no plans to bring ray tracing to it. So,
boo.
Sorry.
I guess that's work.
So, and it will be available when the X launches. And yes, all of your data will transfer over. So,
it's still too bad they don't have a Forza Motorsport, as a launch title. That game is still far off, though.
Yeah, it is.
They didn't really show us a whole lot.
Well,
Forza Ireland.
That's that's what the fuck are they making? So, now that I think of it, Ubisoft just had they're updating their stuff too, because now we're getting into not just upgrades, but people are starting to get into cross-play and things like that. So you're seeing Game Pass not absorb, but on the Xbox side, I guess you're seeing Game Pass bring in EA Play or EA Access, whatever they're calling it, and
EA Play, yeah.
EA,
I guess it's EA Play.
Ubisoft is actually taking Uplay and the Ubisoft Club, and they're melding them into Ubisoft Connect. But the cool thing about that is that service is going to support cross-play and cross-progression for a number of their games. So they're now going into the cross-play, cross-progression era.
You have to sign up for it.
You do have to sign up for it, but I don't think there's a cost, is there?
No, not a cost, but I mean, if you want to have that cross-play, cross-progression, do you have to sign up with that? Uplay
yes.
connection?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but aren't all?
Don't you have to do that anyways?
I think you do.
When there's games, you
I
might
think
have
you
to
have.
do
I
that
think you have to have a
anyways.
you. I think you have to have a UPlay
Because remember the
account.
whole Uplay rewards and stuff that
Yeah.
you give it in the game?
Yeah, I think you have
That
to do
stuff?
that. I don't think there's a. I don't think you have a choice. I think you have to be because I remember because when I was playing Star Trek Bridge Command with the guys, I had to be in UPlay, and so when to connect to other people, so did they.
Yeah.
So I think you do have to be.
So why don't they require that? But like if you play Destiny or the soccer cards, they don't require kind of sign up for this or that for cross progression, right?
Yeah, but those are single
Cross
games.
progression for crossplay? No, I don't know.
Yeah, those
Maybe
are
not.
single. But those are single games. This is a service. This is Ubisoft doing this across a lot of their library, and they're doing it through an kind of an overlay system. I mean, it's kind of like Xbox Live going across PC and console. It's kind of the same thing.
True. Like I mean, like Call of Duty is cross-play, right? Is it cross-progression with Activision?
I don't think so.
But I mean, Activision is not requiring you to sign up for Activision, whatever. I know in the past, like we played, Breakpoint or so on, or you had to go sign into Uplay and this and that. Oh, okay, now find your friend and make sure you add them from your friends list.
Well, yeah, that's if you want to do the what do you call it? Your clan or
yeah.
Oh, that's available today. Hold on, let me
Ubisoft.
Yeah, hold on. Let me look at my phone.
Yeah, I think when you go in Watch Dogs, it's now integrated and stuff. Same thing.
Let me go to the Google Store here, and see if
Google Store.
Yeah, let's see.
Well, hopefully this new new app is better than the last one.
Well, I'll tell you in a second.
Yeah.
I'll tell you in a second because I'm going to install it. I still don't have the PlayStation update, but
Fun Speculation said Best Buy is sending emails now to schedule appointments for Xbox pre-order pickup times.
Yeah, Jack, One-Eyed Jack was in earlier. He said he had gotten his 6 a.m. That is.
I need an email from Amazon to tell me what time they're going to deliver mine. They're supposed to give us an update on that too. So.
Yeah, I got my fingers crossed. Oh, log in with your PlayStation Network, Xbox Live, or Facebook account.
Yeah, that's how it was before.
So I guess that's how it's gonna do. That's how it's gonna do it. It's gonna. You know what this is like? This is like Epic. This is like your Epic account. You're gonna sign in with all your different accounts, and that's how they're gonna do it. Which makes sense. And maybe they're gonna get rid of the Uplay login that you have and simply, So here we go. This is live on air.
Live.
Uplay connection.
We are doing this live. I wish I had prepped for this. I could have put this on the screen.
Uplay, we connect.
All right. So let's see. Let's play, and let's see what it does. So here it is. Here's the Ubisoft Connect app with my gamer tag put in it. All right, I'm going to add my PlayStation Network account. However in the world we do that. And it did definitely tie to my Uplay account.
Thank you, Fun Speculation. Appreciate that, brother.
So thank you so much. we love doing this, and if you guys all enjoy and can be part of things by, by doing what you're doing now. There he is, Supersonic Station, Astro Smash Master Race. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you keep blowing on it. Keep blowing on it.
He said Astro Smash.
Skeletor.
He said Astro Smash. He knows.
Right, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. I'm so used to jumping on Skeletor.
I know.
I know. How rude of me.
All right, how do I add?
Supersonic. Glad you're here, brother.
All right, I don't know how to add. Maybe I have to sign out. How do you add?
Your friends.
All right, here, log in with PlayStation Network. Oh, this would suck if you sign in with one and then have to sign out, sign back in with another. That would suck.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like the app, it was kind of a pain in the ass to try to connect with each other. But Well,
I hope that this makes it. I hope this makes it better.
Yeah.
So. I hope this makes it better.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll try it out this weekend.
Oh. I'm trying it out now.
Live.
Now, we covered a lot of ground tonight, gents. What else we got? I'm trying to think of what... I mean, we crisscrossed...
Anybody in chat?
Yeah, what do you guys want to know?
I thought there was something else, and I forgot what it was.
I thought there was too. We talked about the PS5 PS5 launch.
Well, me and Peter were talking about a little bit about IGN had an article about Bethesda games being they can't it's hard for them to
Todd Howard
and then Todd Howard they kind of twisted.
Have you noticed that he never ages? He looked the same for the past 40 years.
So
he sleeps in the vault.
And so that's been a big thing. Is are these games from Bethesda and the studios from ZeniMax are going to be exclusive? It's like it.
Well, what he said was I can't imagine Elder Scrolls 6 being Xbox exclusive is pretty much what he said. And and so that's led everybody to go, see Bethesda games aren't going to be exclusive. But
and then there was PC. Oops.
Bing! Exactly. You mean you guys aren't going to extensively cover the Halo coding controversy? No, I don't think we are. So, hey, Pete. OEB Pete. Hey, by the way, since Garvey is headed out for the night, tomorrow night at 8 p.m. is PM in the PM. And I keep saying this, and I'll continue to say this. That show gets better every freaking week. So between Pete and Michael Garvey, that is usually right after I'm done services. I'm usually jumping in that chat. So, and Relic, hey Relic Gamer.
Yeah, it's going on.
All right.
But yeah, that's an enjoyable show.
It's a very.
I try to jump in the chat and just listen and good stuff.
I mean, really, a bevy of knowledge, like Pete.
Oh yeah.
Pete, but Garvey too. I gotta give props to Garvey, man. Garvey is I know he comes in and he trolls because him and I do that and we play around to get stuff like that. But he's got serious gaming knowledge, and that's what makes the the show. Yeah, it's the Mike rants that make it great. But that's what makes it so great to listen to and be part of is in the chat because, like I hope people, like I like that people do with us here on NLG. They, people can interact with us because we're trying to, at least the best of our ability to have intelligent conversations about gaming, and we hope that people can follow along. And that came out wrong. We hope that people can interact with us and kind of follow the conversation, be part of the conversation. And I feel like we're able to do that on PM and the PM because they're two very highly intelligent gamers. So. And it's just really enjoyable. So, we'll see
I love
them
the
tomorrow
chemistry
night.
between them.
Yeah. And you know what? One day PM and PM, and we could do the NLG and the PM and the PM, and they can come on and be with us for a night. I would like that.
That would be nice.
So, especially since Pete missed the Tommy Tallarico show a couple weeks ago because he had to work. So we've got a make-up date. We had to do a make-up date with him. So, all right. So I'm out. I'm out of topics.
We covered quite a bit.
Yeah.
We did.
No.
All good stuff.
No, it is good stuff. I got to talk about ray tracing, which is all I really wanted to do.
There you go.
I would do that. You only asked me.
We've been talking about ray tracing for the past 40 years.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna fix that. He said I would do that. You only ask me on when you want Amico talk. That's.
We'll fix that.
That's fair.
No, next time we're going
fixable.
to ask you on when we only want to talk Evercade talk.
No, that's what? That's fair, and that's gonna. We'll change that because, Pete is also a hardcore gamer, and
He is.
one of the other things that he's doing that is great interest to me is his quest for 864. Is it 864? 834. He's going after the entire North American Xbox collection, OG, and he's at high 300s, which is a hell of a lot more than I've got on the shelf. I'll tell you that. So, Tanglewood. Is Tanglewood on the Evercade? Is that the same Tanglewood I'm thinking of? The point and click.
What's up, Blue Moon
Hey,
FC?
Blue Moon.
Popped
Does
in.
anyone remember loading a ZX Spectrum game on cassette for half hour? I don't remember the ZX Spectrum, but I had a cassette player on the Atari 800. And trust me, loading up states and capitals to play that game was an hour.
Speaking of old school, let me show my shirt again. Those who didn't see it.
Never.
Floppy, VHR, and cassette.
VHS and cassette.
Those were the days.
Never forget.
Never forget. So, all right. I do think we have covered a ton of stuff. So the next few weeks, guys, are going to be really fun for us. So we've got, Ainsley and Dan coming on from Season Gaming next week. We'll have Wilmy Hood entering NLG to come F shit up on the 19th, and we'll figure out what to do in between. And then Dreadpool will be here for Thanksgiving, so it's gonna be a fun. Good night,
It's
Niall.
breaking bread on NLG.
Yeah.
With bread.
Yeah.
Breaking bread.
You know what? Well, we could each have a plate of turkey, and we could have Thanksgiving with NLG. We would be social distancing. Hey, if we were in California, we'd be following the law. So.
That's why they come out with edible masks.
Oh.
And real quick, anything new on Amico? Nothing. Anything? Did I miss anything?
No,
That
you
you
know,
know?
on Amico All Access, we talked about physical games. It was a great
Mm-hmm.
show. If you want to catch up
Yeah.
on that, um, trying to think.
You know what? Like the Amico, the way that I look at the Amico, I kind of want to do physical on Amico, uh, if they have it. Just like the Switch, I prefer having physical on the Switch than I do digital.
So remember what he said about that though. That's going to be RFID. Basically, it's still going to download the game.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just going to be, and so go back and check out the show from Sunday. We talked about what that would look like, and it was
Yeah,
an
yeah.
excellent
No, I was
discussion.
there when y'all were talking about. I was
So,
listening. But it would be, yeah.
oh,
I would like to
Dreadpool.
see some of like collector items. That's what I'm looking at more. Like if it's some kind of deal with like y'all were talking about the Hot Wheels. If there's a code
Yep.
within a Hot Wheel, I would, yeah, I'll be all for that.
Fun said, "I'm getting the Amigo for living room TV for get-togethers and family games." That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Pete got 8 of the
Uh,
10 games right in his video. Awesome. I
and
called him
see, a
out to
while back,
verify what we had heard.
I had brought that up. Now that we're going into the digital age, right? And people like physical collection, and I was
Yeah.
like, well, why can't these guys, you know, bring out like a little collector, like you have the Master Chief statue, and maybe on the bottom it has the digital code or something. Uh, you know, if you want to still try to, as time goes on, you're gonna have less physical discs, more digital, but they can still try to have, some of those collection items, and you can put the digital code on
Even
it. I don't know.
even a case or something, to put on your shelf, so
Yeah,
physically you can see what you have.
yeah. Well, they're kind of doing that in a way, but they have those, they have the cardboard case
No.
with digital code on the inside, you know, but it's not really a collector, item.
Yeah. Frog Bog,
Uh,
Burger Time. So, and you guys both played I know you did, Peter. Chris, did you play the Breakout demo? Did you say that last
Yeah.
week that you did?
Uh-huh.
I mean, if that's just a face of things to come. So,
Yeah.
um,
I'm not 100% sure if I like the vertical, hitting the ball vertically, or your pedal is vertically instead of
yeah. I thought he said
traditional
that you could
horizontal.
flip. I thought he told somebody you could flip the
Oh, maybe.
screen.
Oh, that would be kind of cool.
In other news,
But then you have a wider screen, though, especially when you have an ultra wide screen. That'd be
that's
like,
true.
or what you could do is put your TV on its side.
Like the olden days.
Yeah.
So there is, by the way, for anybody who is actually interested in the Atari VCS, since now we're doing a little bit of retro, the Atari VCS is now getting delayed. Surprise, surprise, another delay
Is it?
until
Oh.
11 looks like mid-November. So they are now. Most of the VCS hardware peripherals are in our U.S. warehouses, except for the classic joysticks, which prevents the start of fulfillment. So they're waiting on joysticks. So
It's a
backers,
sticky
backers of course get it first. They secured air freight, and so they're looking at mid-November for people who are backing this thing. So that's the VCS.
Yeah, is anyone
no
getting this
VCS
VCS?
for me.
No, I mean,
really
Not for me.
have
that was
no
like
interest
expensive.
in it. It is.
Yeah, 200 bucks? No.
I have no
200
interest in it, and a lot of Atari games are coming to the Amico.
Yeah.
I don't get the everybody, the people who don't like the Amigo keep saying, "Who is this for? Who is this for? Who is the VCS for?" That's the real question. Who is that console for? Given that it's basically that's the one that really is going to be like an updated Ouya. That's the one that's going to be, I don't understand who that console's for. You could say
Yeah, I don't.
the Amico's not for me. You know, you could say it's only for retro. You could say it's only for kids. You could say it's, whatever you want to say. But I don't know who the VCS is for. So, Atari VCS has their flagship game Missile Command Recharged. Yeah, but the Amico's getting Missile Command. And Fun's got it right. Amico fills a void, takes the place of what the Wii was, and I can kind of see that.
Mhm.
I mean, Tommy talked about that. He talked about catching that Wii in a bottle. How did we get Amico talk in here? Good job, Chris. Good job, man.
I had to bring it up. You didn't
had
bring it up.
to.
So I was like,
Hey, we say it 2 more times, and then Tommy will come on.
plus, I put it in the tweet. So you never know. No, I'm
you
excited
never
for the Miko. I can't wait.
I know. And thankfully I've already got $100 down on it. So
Yeah.
that's an easy $200 at tax time. That's an easy $200. So, and Dreadpool, see, there you go. Dreadpool's got it right. Amico's has a message from a spokesperson. Atari is silent with no one explaining anything.
Who's even the head for the Atari Jazz, the VCS?
Ooh.
See, there's no connection at all.
No.
Amico, you do.
Yeah. No, we totally know what the Amico is about, and thanks to Tommy coming on a couple weeks ago, we know in depth what the games are going to be like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, Blue Moon has a great question for us. If you boys could only play one arcade game, what would it be? Ooh.
Ooh.
Wow.
Are we talking about old school arcade or I guess any?
I guess any.
Now it's
If I could only play one.
an arcade game that me and my daughter love to play. They have that at Great Wolf Lodge, which is the zombie game. We actually shoot a water gun into the screen. We love that
That's
one.
cool.
That's our favorite one.
One arcade game. Okay, so he says old school.
Old school, like
Man.
maybe at that
I
point
think,
I'd rather have a pinball machine.
Yeah.
I think for me it would be Gauntlet. That's definitely old school.
Ooh, that's a good
I love
one.
playing that with, because that was one of the first ones where you could play with 4 people.
Mm.
Yep.
So I really loved playing that.
Wow.
Maybe games like 1943 or
yeah.
whatever flavor it is. One of those.
That was great too.
That was good stuff.
The other one was the real, the one that had the wheels, the steering wheel. It had 4
Ooh.
steering wheels.
And racing.
That was
games,
one of my
yeah.
other favorite. Yeah, the off road.
Oh, Outrun.
Oh, you're talking about I did it. I had it on my racing game retro.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Iron Man Iverson's off road.
Yeah.
Ooh, Dreadpool
Yeah, I
said
love that. I
Simpsons.
played that a
That's a
lot.
good one. Funhouse
Simpsons
if we're
were
talking
great.
pinball. Mini Dragon's Lair was released a couple days ago.
Technically,
Man.
you only need one cabinet with a bunch of sticks and a bunch of buttons.
See,
Cousin USA, Dreadful or Cruising USA.
Cruising USA.
Hey, don't be texting while you're driving, sir.
Yeah.
Man, what would I? Time Pilot would be one.
Oh yeah.
Time Pilot. What would be another one? See, I like those games like Akari Warriors and Commando. I could play those for hours. San Francisco Rush. I've got San Francisco Rush 2049 on the Dreamcast. So Dreadpool said Simpsons. That's a good one.
Terminator was great too.
Yeah. So many. I mean, man. I couldn't pick one. That's an impossible question.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good one though.
Yeah.
You try to imagine yourself, especially back then. You walk into an arcade, it's like, what is one of the
Oh,
first
NBA
games.
Jam too.
Drop.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah.
Yep. Kicks
Yeah.
was Kicks was a cool game.
And
Well,
Blitz was good.
George. That's good. That was an interesting game because it was so simplistic but so difficult. I mean, there were just
I'd like to see what it is because there was a game that sounded like it, but I'm not sure if that is what it was.
you
Is what
you,
it-
ba- you drew boxes. You were a little ship, and you go around. You had a rectangular perimeter, and you basically drew boxes to fill in the
Oh
entire
yeah. Oh, that's
screen.
yeah.
Ooh, virtual on NFL Blitz. Blitz was
Yeah,
good. Golden
those are-
Axe.
I
Golden
know
Axe.
I enjoyed Punch Out.
Punch Out was a good Kung Fu. Kung Fu Master is what it was called in the arcade.
Dragon.
Good night,
Yeah,
Pete. He's off to
Pac-Man.
play Cobra Kai. He said he said
Oh,
Cobra
that game
Kai
looks
was really
cool.
good.
I saw his video the other day. I'm
Yeah.
interested in that now because I
Peace
love that
out, Peter.
series.
Rampage, nice one, fun. Rampage.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Mm.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one too.
Even
Zaxxon.
Donkey Kong.
I mean, oh wow.
I always enjoyed Centipede is probably one of my also another favorite. I always like the wheel. You know, I play
Yup,
with
the
the
track
ball.
ball.
You know, yeah. I used to always love that.
What about
Tron.
what's this one called?
Yeah.
Golden
Tron.
Tee.
Oh, Golden Tee Golf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Natty Poo.
Natty.
Late show.
Hey, what's happening?
Revolution X. That was a good one. Was that the Aerosmith shooter? No. Pong.
Yeah,
Cubert. Oh, I loved Cubert. Loves Cubert.
Oh, one of my favorites, the Star Wars, the X-wing, the one that One Up has, right? That's a
Yep, the original Star Wars.
Yeah, which I still want to get.
Yep. I do want that. Yes, there was an
Yes.
Aerosmith shooter that at least came out for the Genesis. What else was there? Burger Time. I mean, I could play Burger Time forever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what
Donkey
about
Kong
the
is
beer
always a great one.
root beer tapper?
Oh, Tapper.
Yeah.
That game was so fun. I remember in actual bars, it was real Tapper.
Yeah.
Oh, but remember Tron, and there were two. There was Tron that had the 4 games, had the tanks, the light cycles, the MCP, and I forgot what the 4th one was. And then there was discs of Tron where it was you and Sark doing the discs. I have that on the Xbox 360.
Mm.
One of my favorite too was Pac-Man. You know, when you used to go into the Pizza Hut, the table,
Oh yeah.
Yes.
cocktail, whatever you call
Cocktail machines.
Every time go to Pizza Hut, it's like me and my brother. All right, you get on that side, I'll get on this side and play.
I have one like in DC at that was a beer place. I forgot the name of it. I think they closed it down, but
Wreck-It Ralph. George's Root Beer Tapper was the first tower defense game.
Dig Dug. There
Dig
you go.
Dug.
Oh
Dig
yeah,
Dug.
Dig Dug.
Gorf. Do you guys remember a game called Gorf?
No.
Gorf was kind of a play on Space Invaders. It was really, it had multiple stages. It was, that was a neat game. What else is there? Wow, so many.
I do miss those days.
I do too.
Me and my brother.
Games are so
mom,
much
my
simpler,
mom would,
man.
yeah, my mom would give us $20 here, make that last between you two. It didn't last.
See,
Did not last
Gorf
long.
remembers Gorf. What else was there? I mean, I used to even play, Frogger and Defender.
Ah, yeah.
Frogger was fun.
Frogger, yeah.
My mother loved Frogger.
Are we getting a Frogger Imagined on the Amico? I need to do a Frogger.
I Did not.
Tell me if you're
hear
listening. We
anything
need a
about
Frogger.
that. Yeah. I will tell him. I will tell him.
Yeah.
Um, man. And see, this doesn't even get into the 90s games. I could talk about 80s arcade games all day.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I could talk about the old days of that stuff all day long.
Yeah, the episode with George and his Frogger.
Yep. Oh, yeah, where he's trying to get it across the
Yeah.
street.
'Cause he didn't want to lose his
Double
high school.
Dragon. See, I wasn't as big into Double Dragon as everybody else. I thought the collision detection on that was horrible. I used to get my ass kicked a lot. I more played like Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja. Remember Popeye? The Popeye arcade game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, Turbo. I had Turbo
Spy
for the Spy Hunter.
Spy Hunter.
I
And
had
of course
Turbo.
the Ninja Turtles when that first came out.
Yep, but that was getting into the 90s.
90s,
was-
yeah.
yeah.
It was.
Big Daddy said Turbo. I had Turbo for the ColecoVision, and I had the wheel. It was the first steering wheel I ever owned. Marble Madness, which was which was a cool game. Mark Cerny,
Qbert.
Now this was also 90s too, but Atari made a bunch of those polygonal games that were there were three of them that I played a lot. Hard driving, race driving, and there was one called they had Stun Runner. That was an 80s game. Or I'm sorry, that was late 80s. Stun Runner. It was like a 3D game where you could drive up on it was futuristic. You could drive up on the walls and stuff like that. Remember Road Blaster? No Road Blasters? Okay. Goonies, Ghouls and Ghosts, Zaxxon. Man, we're just we can make a whole show out of just this.
Defender.
And
Joust.
then, Joust. The Stargate was the sequel to Defender. Did you guys have Tommytronics? I did not. Although I had games like it. I had the football game, and then there was a baseball game that actually it was 2-player. You had a pull-out thing on the back for somebody to pitch. It was just the dots, but it was 2-player. It was kind of cool. Let's see, 1941, good one.
Pole
Tempest.
Position, that was a good one. I played a lot of that.
Yep. Good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Good stuff.
We're probably going to have a show on, maybe at some point. We'll probably have that before we do a Nintendo show.
What's up with that?
I don't know. I just
Nintendo. That's what's up with that.
All right. I think we're almost at midnight. Not bad, boys.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
It's a good question.
Yeah.
What's up, Z Black?
Hey, Z Black. All right. So, I think that's good to call for the night.
Mm-hmm.
I want to thank the chat room for. I want to thank the chat room for bringing up that last minute. See?
Yeah.
That's what I love about. That's why I love the chat. That's why I love
Thank you,
doing
Blue
this.
Moon.
Yep, Blue Moon. That was awesome, man. So, gentlemen, you can impress week after week. I love spending my time here. Brother Pong, man, I thank you so much. It's great having you. I'm glad that you found us. I'm glad you guys are hanging out. Last question of the night for the win. Seriously, this is it's meeting folks like you guys in the chat that makes this worth it for us. I will say it all day long. So, it's very humbling that you guys spend your Thursday night with us, So on that note, I am gonna say, don't forget to like and subscribe. What are your expectations for next gen? Well, all right. So Dragon, if we get into that, we're gonna be another hour. So here's what we're gonna do. So as I said, next week we've got Ainsley and Dan coming in from the Bitcast. That's kind of gonna be the gist of the show because it's the week before the launch of the consoles. So we're really gonna concentrate on what are our overall expectations for next gen. So please hang out with us next week, and I promise that's gonna be kind of our main topic. And what we want, what we're looking for, and what we're expecting as we march towards the launch of 2 new consoles, and the ever quietness of Nintendo, who has said not a damn thing for the last month.
Yeah.
So,
but hey, they're still selling.
They are. They don't have to say anything, I guess.
And for Black Friday, the same bundles for the past 2 years.
Same price.
Same price.
And
same price.
It's working for them, so.
Yeah.
All right. So, guys, thank you so much, chat room. You've been awesome as always. And Chris.
Chat's been fired.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Love it.
Chris, Peter, another great show in the books.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to next week, and don't forget, guys, too, our great friends from the Gamers United Guild. So tomorrow night, PM into PM. When is the indie? When is Indie Show coming back?
It's the first Saturday of every month.
Okay, so that's this Saturday. No, next Saturday. That's gonna be the 7th. All right, so Indie Gamer on the 7th. And then Sunday is Amico All Access. And then Monday is nothing, because Tuesday is the double feature of... Sunday, I'm sorry, Sunday's a double feature too. Amico All Access leading right into TXR, the premier Xbox show that you need to listen to, with Invader, who was in earlier tonight, and his motley crew, including Downer and Tim Dog and those guys. Centurion and Shockley and Megatron, all good guys, great gamers. Sunday night is Xbox or Amico All Access at 8, TXR at 9. On Tuesday is Four Guys with Quarters at 5, with Clowns and Flamish, and I still getting used to the rest of his crew, but he's rebuilt his show pretty nicely, and then that leads into the mayhem of Retro Renegades at 7 with our graphic designer Jay and Supersonic Station and Jago and whoever else whoever else just shows up on that show. That's a great show. Hide your kids, hide your wife. So
and also shout out to BG4G. Look for them on Twitter. They always have latest info on up to date. By the minute, pretty much, gaming info, and they have a brand new site up. So check them out, BG4G on Twitter, and you have a link there for their site.
All of our Gamers United Guild folks are in the description below. So, and then thank you, Big Daddy. Good stuff, guys. While you make good company while I bang out some boring code, I appreciate that. Shout out to chat and panel CyberGunner81. Thank you, sir. We're so glad you stopped by, and tell a friend, bring them in, tell them how cool we are.
Yeah.
So, hey guys, good show. We'll see you guys all next week, and as we always say, play on, gamers.
Have a good weekend, everybody.
Till next.